We up nice and early for this one. Let it clear up. Oh no, nice and early for this one. 8:35. About to finish this video, but real talk. Let's talk real quick. I'm gonna need y'all to start liking up the video, man. To start hitting that subscribe button, but like I said, and been saying, this is gonna be a journey. This is a journey for me and you. Like I said, I'm still learning a lot of stuff, like to edit, to add music, to add memes. I'm still learning to do a lot of stuff. The green screens, I'm still learning how to do all that stuff. Like I said, it's a journey. Be a part of the journey with me. Hey, come on, man. Not long, got the good eats.
All right. So I admit it. Some of my theories have been a little crazy lately. I mean, goofy goober alien death cult theory.
This is my favorite theory. I'm not
Let's maybe try and.
I remember watching this right before I had to go on the bus to school. I'm like,
there is a secret
wow,
robot invasion happening in Bikini Bottom. Everywhere you look, robots have integrated themselves into society, kidnapping and replacing people with robot cyborgs, waiting for their chance to rise up and start the robot apocalypse. This is not a joke. I repeat, the robots are coming. The robots are coming.
This is the robot invasion theory.
Robot invasion theory, y'all, come on.
One of my favorite episodes of Spongebob is the season 3 episode Crabborg. Spongebob watches a scary robot movie, then gets super paranoid about robots taking over, and even
it's crazy. I remember this episode.
What? You think I'm a robot? We don't think. We know.
It's a really funny episode, but I can't help but wonder if SpongeBob's fears might be a bit more justified than we thought. In the episode SB129, we get our first glimpse of the future of Bikini Bottom, 2,000 years later.
Okay, what's going on here? Why is
everything chrome?
Everything is chrome in the future.
We see a world covered in chrome, where everyone has been replaced with robotic people.
SpongeBob, is that you?
SpongeBob?
This just goes to show how better it looks better, it sounds better, and it's overall better. The old SpongeBob is just overall better than the new stuff.
No, I am SpongeTron.
And this isn't the only time we see a future full of robots. In the season 7 episode Back to the Past, SpongeBob time travels to an alternate future where Man Ray takes over, and once again, people have been replaced by robots. And then, in the second SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, there's a deleted scene where SpongeBob and Plankton go to the future and
the best
see
SpongeBob
this.
We did it! I wonder when we are. Excuse me, sir. Do you know what year this is? Cyborgs! We didn't go back in time. We went front in time.
I don't know why. Why did they keep this out of the movie, though? That's weird. But this is gonna disprove the television theory, though? Because you can't have, not even television. Is this gonna disprove all his other theories? Because why would the robots take? First of all, it does not make sense for robots to be underwater anyway. So I wonder if future Alex is going to talk about this. Is the humans going to intervene if this actually is true? Let's see.
There's also 2 new episodes, Welcome to Binary Bottom and PL1413, that show us the future taken over by robots. I'll talk about them a little more at the end of this theory.
Man, like I said, they're just making up episodes now just to tie up loose ends. Like I said, they're just tying up loose ends. Oh yeah, we said robots is... like, come on. They're just tying up loose ends at this
foreshadowing in episodes that take place in the present. In the Krusty Krab video, we hear this.
Well, luckily for you, Mr. Krab's fear of robot overlords keeps the balance of technology in check.
One more pause. This episode right here, the training video. One of the... Bro. This how you know old SpongeBob was so much better than this new ish that they are producing and putting out. Listen to a video just with the narrator talking in some random moments is 10 times better than everything that I have not even seen the new SpongeBob, and I'm not, because it looks like a meat can, bro. I'm not watching the new SpongeBob. That's no. But bro, this literally training video is better than everything I have seen SpongeBob related in the last 4 years. I'm not even lying.
And in Insecurity Guards, we can see an exhibit that clearly shows the evolution of SpongeBob eventually getting taken over by robots. Okay, so there seems to be a lot of evidence for the future of Bikini Bottom being taken over by robots. But honestly, why does any of this matter? I mean, robots ruling the world is a pretty common depiction of the future in lots of different media. And even if this is the canonical future of the show, it's at the very least thousands of years in the future. It's not like we can already see this robot invasion happening in present-day Bikini Bottom, right? Here's an interesting question about SpongeBob that's always bothered me. Why are there so many robots in the show? And I'm not talking about Sandy or Plankton's inventions. It makes sense for them to have robots since they're both genius inventors. But why do hospitals and office buildings and amusement parks and Weenie Hut Juniors and many, many more places have such advanced robots? I mean, let's ignore the fact that they're underwater and robots wouldn't really make sense down here. Bikini Bottom isn't like a super advanced society, right? You wouldn't really say that they have much futuristic technology, except when it comes to robots. But why? And what's even stranger is that there are many instances where these robots suddenly turn evil. The first time I really started to notice this was in the season 7 episode Tunnel of Love.
Great
SpongeBob
episode.
and Pearl get trapped in a Glove World boat ride that's full of animatronics. Patrick tries to set them free by breaking into the control room, but accidentally causes all the animatronics to suddenly turn evil and attack SpongeBob. Now, this is a pretty basic cartoon trope. Someone accidentally breaks the controls, then the robot malfunctions and turns evil. This isn't really all that weird for SpongeBob. Except, what's strange about this is that Patrick doesn't break any controls. He hits a button labeled Animatronic Override, and that's what causes the robots to turn evil.
I'll just gingerly lean on this wall. Huh?
Why is
they aren't malfunctioning.
Why
the
does that
robots
button
were
even
intentionally
exist?
designed to have a button that makes them attack people, but why? Then, in the episode Good Neighbors, Squidward discovers a flyer for a...
He actually never goes into why they actually did that. Like, I want future Alex to actually talk about that. Why?
a home security system that's suspiciously free despite it clearly being very advanced. After he sets it up, his house suddenly grows arms and legs and starts destroying Bikini Bottom.
Wow, Squidward's house is destroying the neighborhood.
Now, to be fair, this was a malfunction caused by SpongeBob, but why would a simple home security system have giant arms and legs? I mean, the malfunction didn't create them, they were clearly already installed. They eventually do manage to stop the house, but what's really creepy about this is that we can still see signs of Squidward's house being sentient after this episode. Then, in the season 11 episode Krusty Cleaners, SpongeBob and Patrick go to an office building and encounter a trash cleaning robot. The robot immediately attacks them for causing a mess.
Oh, my rump is roasting!
But this time, there's no malfunction that causes this. It's working exactly as intended. Not only does the trash robot have a buzzsaw and a literal laser cannon, but it also turns all of the nearby machines into killer robots to help hunt down SpongeBob and Patrick. So, where are all these places getting these super advanced robots? And more importantly, why are they all being programmed to suddenly turn evil? This is a question that stumped me for a while, until I watched the season 11 episode, My Leg. This is the episode where I truly realized there was an actual conspiracy theory here and not just cartoon antics. It's time we finally find out who is behind the robot invasion.
Invasion theory. The mastermind. Come on.
The episode, My Leg, focuses on the reoccurring gag of this one fish always injuring his leg.
See, this is how you know they really just, in the later episodes, they're really just trying to tie everything. It was a joke. It was literally a joke that it was supposed to be in the episode. It was never supposed to get its own episode. I mean,
throughout the show.
My leg! My leg! My leg!
At one point in the episode, he goes to a hospital and meets a robot that works there. It's just a small throwaway gag. The robot never turns evil or does anything strange.
Don't take my leg! Don't take my leg!
But there's something awfully familiar about the robot's design. Let's go all the way back to the Season 3 episode Plankton's Army, which opens with Plankton trying to steal the Krabby Patty's secret formula with a robot disguise.
You never know what trick he'll use to steal me secret Krabby Patty formula.
What a quaint restaurant. I think I will sample their wares.
These robots have an uncanny similarity.
And the thing
right
is,
down to the
Plankton is so dumb, bro. Like, you gotta realize, all these smart inventions he's making, and he cannot just order a Krabby Patty, bro. He can't just pay someone to just buy a Krabby Patty, bro. The thing is, even if Plankton gets the, bro, even if it doesn't really make sense. That's like McDonald's. That's like Wendy's taking McDonald's recipe and now Wendy's is selling Big Macs and stuff. But McDonald's is still right there, so you can just go to the original place. Like, so Plankton, I don't know what's with his idea. Like, is he dumb? If he starts selling Krabby, like, do he really think people are gonna stop coming to the Krusty Krab, where the Krabby Patty is literally, bro, just to go to a literally chum bucket to eat Krabby Patty? Does that even make sense? One sec. Alright, we back.
same time. Okay, but maybe we could just chalk this up to the showrunners being lazy and reusing assets. But SpongeBob has always had a pretty diverse amount of robot designs throughout the show. And it's not like this is a direct copy-paste either. They went to the effort to redesign the face and colors, but it was still clearly based on Plankton's robot. So, here's my thing. Plankton has built many robots to try and steal the Krabby Patty secret formula, but I think after he fails to do so, he doesn't just throw them away. He redesigns the robots and then gives them to different businesses in Bikini Bottom with the intention to one day use them to take over the world once he has enough in place. I mean, we know what Plankton really wants isn't the secret formula, it's to rule the world.
I will rule the world!
And he is
even
trash.
the video game, Battle
Not
for Bikini
lying.
Bottom, where Plankton tried to take over using an army of robots. Many people commented
Like,
this,
literally.
but this also could explain how Plankton stays in business despite
That's
never
what I'm
having any
saying.
customers.
He probably sells them because how else is he funding himself? People don't eat at his fucking restaurant. Oh, that's okay.
I like that. That's a very cool point. Good job, guys. So,
Okay.
this theory doesn't seem too far-fetched for Plankton's character, but we're gonna need a lot more evidence if we're gonna prove he's the one behind all the robots in Bikini Bottom. So, let's get started. In the Season 3 episode, No Weenies Allowed, we see a robot working at a place called Weenie Hut Juniors.
Would you care for another Diet Cola with a lemon
Super
twist?
Weenie Hut Juniors.
And while it doesn't resemble any of the robots we've seen Plankton make, does that voice sound familiar to you?
Would you care for another Diet Cola with a lemon twist? What a quaint restaurant. I think I will sample their wares.
And again, it's not like this is the default robot voice we hear in SpongeBob. There are many different voices the show has used for robot characters.
What a quaint restaurant.
Greetings, I am Robo 2.1.
No threat detected. This is very uncomfortable.
Leave my father alone!
But here, they specifically recreated the voice
Wow,
from
what is
Plankton's
that
robot.
even?
Let's go back
You
to
know
Glove World for a second. In the control room, we see a machine on the wall that looks shockingly like SpongeBob.
That is
so much so,
so
that Patrick
weird.
mistakes him for it. We know
That
Plankton
is
has
so
built a
weird.
SpongeBob robot before in Welcome to the Chum Bucket. Maybe he repurposed it here inside of Glove World.
I mean, that would make sense. What is this part even for? There's not no button, bro. Like, what is this? Bro, if I was SpongeBob and I walked into this room, I would be like, bro, what is this? Why does this, like, literally, imagine making something that looks exactly like one of your residents. Everybody in Bikini Bottom know who SpongeBob is. So, I'm not gonna lie, this theory, it has to be true. About this, it has to be true.
In
There's
Krusty
no way
Cleaners,
that,
the
bro,
trash
come on
robot
now.
also has a striking resemblance to Plankton's robot in the Season 9 episode Eek and Urchin. In the Season 5 episode The Patty Gadget, Squidward tries to get SpongeBob fired by replacing him with a machine that creates Krabby Patties for free. But it's never explained where Squidward got this machine. Now, it doesn't resemble anything we've seen Plankton make, but a staple in a lot of Plankton's inventions is having them resemble his likeness, especially with one eye in the middle, and that's exactly what we see with the Patty Gadget. And the patties it makes are terrible, which would make sense for something Plankton made. In the episode All That Glitters, SpongeBob buys a super advanced talking spatula.
That don't even do nothing. This whole episode was just, why is he naked? Why is he naked smiling, bro? Look at this man, bro. He's at work naked with a hat on. That is so crazy. With a spatula that don't even want to be a spatula. Have all these cool inventions, but don't even want to be an actual spatula. If this was one of Plankton's inventions, he failed. He's a failure for making something as dumb as this. The thing they even want to touch the grill. Like, how are you supposed to gather information, first-hand camera lens vision on how SpongeBob be making it, but don't even want to do the basic step one?
Your service.
But in the episode Evil Spatula, we find out Plankton has a whole collection of advanced spatulas just like this one, and even tries to trick SpongeBob into taking a talking spatula. Also, in House Sittin' for Sandy, we see Sandy has a warehouse full of robots that eventually go rogue and fully destroy her tree dome. Now, I knew about this back when I was first making this theory, but I didn't mention it because it didn't seem like there was any way to connect it back to Plankton, since we know Sandy could have easily created these robots on her own. But in a new Season 14 episode, Hysterical History, we actually do see Plankton chasing Mr. Krabs with the same robot.
That's
At
crazy.
least the Genie Bottom is normal now.
So maybe he actually was the one who gave Sandy the robots after all. She's not even surprised to see Plankton with the same robot.
Yep, totally normal.
It seems like no matter where we turn, we can find a connection between the technology in Bikini Bottom and Plankton. But if you remember in those glimpses of the future, the world isn't just ruled by robots. They've actually replaced all the existing citizens with...
It's ruled by Man Ray. That's the thing. It's ruled by Man Ray. So I want to know if you're going to get into that. Like, it's ruled by robots, but it's also ruled by Man Ray. That's the thing. It's ruled by robots, but the Man Ray is, yeah, he's big boss there.
robot copies.
I am Spongetron.
And believe it or not, this is also something we can already see happening in Bikini Bottom today. Get ready to see how far this robot invasion has really gone.
Part 1, trust no one. Okay.
Now, we know Plankton has tried to turn people into robots before.
1 second. Ain't this crazy? Out of all your siblings, you could be having hella siblings, but your parents still gonna call on the oldest to do the most basic things. It's crazy. But man, we back into this, bro.
SpongeBob, come in here. Or should I say Robot Bob?
But he gave up after
You gotta
SpongeBob.
realize, bro, this man Plankton really took this man's brain and just dumped his body somewhere, bro. You gotta realize how dark Plankton actually is. You start to see glimpses of it, but it's like, damn, this man Plankton is evil,
That was
bro.
too annoying.
You've got to take that yellow nightmare back.
Bro, you just
It's
killed
not
this
worth
man.
it.
What do you
But I
mean
don't
take him
think this
back?
was his only attempt. In the season 11 episode, The Checkup, SpongeBob and Squidward are trying to give Mr. Krabs a health checkup by
Like,
testing his
look
pinching
at
reflexes.
these.
Okay, I brought
Look
plenty
at
of things
these
for Mr. Krabs.
animation, bro.
Salt.
And one of the things they have him pinch is a baby.
A baby's cheek. Lucky that was a robot baby.
Some random baby just turned out to be a robot, and it's never explained why. That's weird even for SpongeBob. But things get even more interesting when we go back to Season 9 in the episode Plankton's Pet, where Plankton tries to steal a Krabby Patty using the exact same purple baby as a robot disguise.
That diabolical fiend! I can't
Damn, they have
believe this is
technology, bro.
working.
And we're not even done yet. If we go even further back to the Season 5 episode Goo Goo Gas, we can actually see the
Like, this man Plankton is really slow, bro. He really can't just pay someone to get a Krabby Patty. Like, bro, this man really be making all these inventions that get put to waste. This man is such a fit, bro. He had to create his own wife. Crazy thing is, he created his own wife that he don't like, bro. He do not like. I mean, of course he loves Karen. That's his wife, but like he created her, but she ignores him to the point that this man be shutting her off sometimes. Your own invention is your,
Exact moment where Plankton gets the idea to turn the baby into a robot.
Why, you're so tiny and helpless, I could take your formula whenever I wanted to, and you couldn't do a thing about it.
What type of person are you?
That's it.
What type of...
Finally, victory will be mine.
Now,
Man,
in the
Plankton is
episode,
really
it's implied that
just
this is just him getting
bored.
the idea to turn everyone into babies to steal the formula, but isn't it crazy how it
He's
also
just
perfectly
bored.
lines up with the purple baby fish suddenly turning into a robot in future episodes?
Dude, Plankton took up taxidermy, bro. Stuffed a baby's skin with robot parts, bro.
Now, there's another fish who's always been very
News
suspicious to
anchor
me.
fish.
The strangely realistic news anchor fish.
All the bikini
That's
bottoms in
crazy.
the buzz over the identity of a mysterious flying man who helps people. Who knows what superhero act of courage he'll astound us with next?
In a show full of cartoon characters, why is he the only
That's
realistic
crazy.
one? In fact, I made a whole theory about how there are evolved cartoony fish that can talk, and primitive realistic fish who can't. But as many people have pointed out, the one exception to this is the realistic news anchor fish. Well, if you ask me, he looks a lot like one of those animatronic singing fish you buy in a gift shop. Especially the way he mechanically moves his mouth and how we only ever see one side of him. So, already a pretty strong indication that he might be a robot, but there's also something familiar about his voice.
He sounds
What
like
kind
Plankton.
of cruel, careless, evil person? I'll canvass all the seediest lowbrow dives in town. Evil person.
See, he can really prove this theory by going to the credits and showing that the same voice actor voices the news anchor fish, like he did with Squidina. He can prove this theory that the news anchor fish is Plankton quite easily. Just saying, oh yeah, the same voice actor that plays Plankton plays the news anchor fish. Come on. Come on.
Yo. What? Plankton! It does sound like Plankton. I never caught that. Plankton controls the news?
That's right. He has the same voice. As
I know
Plankton.
it.
And if you're gonna take over the world,
Oh, that's
you're
actually
definitely
crazy. I
gonna
totally
want to control
forgot
the
that
media.
extra part.
But then, how did he grow hair in the Mrs. Puff theory if he was actually a robot all along? Fucking, I don't know. Maybe robots can just grow their hair. Okay, I don't know, man. You try making 8 SpongeBob theories and having them all connect perfectly. Okay. But
That's what I'm
how
saying.
exactly is Plankton replacing these people with robots? Well, I think the season 10 episode Whirly Brains gives us an important clue. In this
The thing
episode,
is, the people in Bikini Bottom, I'm just gonna say it. They're like black people with new trends. Just hop on to the next trend. Like with this galaxy gas stuff. Come on.
suddenly a new toy becomes extremely popular in Bikini
Don't
Bottom,
do it,
the
bro.
Whirly Brain.
Don't do dumb galaxy gas, guys. Come on now.
Yeah, it's a weird episode. So people are actually voluntarily attaching devices to their brains.
I never got
ripping
this,
them
so
out
I
of
don't
their
know what they're
bodies,
talking
and
about.
no one thinks that this is
Kinda scared me.
suspicious. If you ask me, this seems like the perfect way to replace someone with a robot. Remember, in Welcome to the Chum Bucket, Plankton told us how he turns people into robots.
I'll be forced to remove your brain and implant it in my robot chef!
By removing their brains. But is there any proof that he's the one behind the Whirly Brain toys? Let's take a look at the new SpongeBob prequel, The Patrick Star Show. Every once in a while, the show cuts to this stop-motion parody of Frankenstein with Plankton.
And I know I'm gonna be pausing in a minute. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be pausing. This video is gonna be damn near 2 hours long. I'm not even gonna lie. But did y'all actually watch this though? This and the Camp Coral. First of all, I don't have no way to watch Nickelodeon. I mean, if I want to, of course I can get the app, buy the subscription and watch all the, but who's gonna do that? I have no intentions of ever doing that. But with the Camp Coral and the new SpongeBob Patrick show, it's just dumb money marketing. Just money marketing. They're just trying to keep SpongeBob relevant until they release new episodes.
Plankton, and he actually uses whirly brains to conduct his experiments. It's not super clear.
Let me know if y'all like that. I don't even know what it's
I
about.
mean, you see
I'm
Patrick
telling you.
interact with the stop-motion Plankton
I'm
at
not
some
watching
point,
it.
so they're at least in the same universe, but regardless,
I'm
it's still a
definitely not
solid
watching it.
connection. We see another head-based gadget in the season 11 episode Bottle Burglars, an invisible helmet being advertised in a magazine for only 99 cents. And in the same episode, we see Plankton using the exact same helmet.
Crabs will never see me coming in Vizzos.
I ain't gonna lie, my boy was very muscular.
It's crazy because I be. What really inspires me to do reaction videos, bro? They inspire me to do reaction videos, bro. I watch like damn near. I'm not gonna dick ride and be like, oh yeah, I watch all of their videos, but I watch a lot of their videos. I watch a lot of other reaction videos. That's what makes me want to be a reactor. Because I've been watching all these reactors for years. Like Dwayne and Jazz, Dre and Nay. Just watching these people just been reacting to stuff for years now. And I'm like, oh, like it gotta be me too.
Damn, Plankton. My boy got abs for days.
Now, maybe this is just implying that he bought the helmet
That's
from the
cool
magazine,
that
but that
Alex is
doesn't really
actually
line up
adding
with
these
what we
in
know
here,
about
bro.
Plankton as an inventor. Plus, I can't see them selling a tiny version of the helmet just for Plankton. Seems a lot more likely that Plankton created the helmet and is selling them to the people of Bikini Bottom, possibly as a way to create more robots.
How hard does this nigga have to watch these shows to catch these?
That's
How hard?
That's another thing, bro. This man Alex, I was just about to ask this question, bro. Did he actually damn near watch the whole show? And the thing is, with all these episodes, bro, he have to have a team. I mean, no one will call him weird if he have a team of just people giving him, oh yeah, this is what's in this episode. It's not weird. But for you to just think, damn, this man really going through all these episodes and deciphering them piece by piece, piece by piece. If he actually have done that by himself, bro, gotta give him. I'm not one. I've been already giving him his praise because it's like, bro, this man is lit, bro. This man Alex is smart. He is smart. But like, damn, I haven't even watched this much SpongeBob. Like some of this stuff, like the Invisible, like I did not watch. I don't even know what season I stopped watching SpongeBob on. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure, like, it's like we just integrated off of TV and just came to YouTube. Started watching Netflix, Hulu. Like, we just really integrated into the movies and TV shows more than the cartoons.
Like, I feel like he's watching this shit too hard.
All
Like,
right,
this man
Cartoon Network, bro.
he has like a magnifying glass.
This was pointed out to me, but there was this one time Gary's shell exploded and exposed a robotic motor.
Gary?
Literally, what is this man SpongeBob doing to
But
this man?
since it was just a one-time gag and there's no other
It's a
robot
one-time
connections with
gag.
Gary, I don't think there's enough to make a case for a robot Gary theory. Alright, so we're starting to get a pretty clear idea of how Plankton plans on turning the citizens of Bikini Bottom into robots. But there is one more character that I believe has already been secretly assimilated into a robot. And it's not some random background character either. It's one of the main characters in SpongeBob SquarePants. This final part of the robot invasion theory is going to completely change the way you look at the entire show. Are you ready? Because this is
the Patrick
Star
theory. Patrick?
What's up, y'all? It's OJ.
Of course
Cookie
you
Run
would think-
Tower of Adventures is here. And with
Actually,
Google Play Games, I can
I
sync
don't
the
even
game
think Plankton
from my
likes
phone to
Squidward.
my...
Plankton don't even after Squidward started painting his restaurant. I'm not lying. I don't think Plankton even messed with Squidward.
Now, I fully realize saying Patrick is a robot is a very bold claim, but hold your judgments till the end. By far, the most requested theory I get on this channel is to cover Patrick's star, and more specifically, his inconsistent intelligence. Throughout the entire show, there are these little moments where Patrick suddenly says something smart,
I'm a bit more complicated than that. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
And immediately goes
Bro,
back to being
SpongeBob is like, what is this man talking about? Like, literally thinking about
There's so many
nothing.
examples of this happening that many people have actually made their own theories about it. Is Patrick secretly a genius and just pretending to be dumb? Does he have a secret split personality?
I diagnosed Patrick Star with
Wait, what?
Genius and just pretending to be dumb?
Alright. Look closely at the bottom YouTube video title. They spell out a secret message from the Muse. Huh?
Does he have a secret split personality?
I diagnosed Patrick Star with trauma-induced anxiety triggered spontaneously duplicative multi-intellectual DID with additional paranoid schizophrenic delusions of a mental multiverse. Paranoid
Like, literally. Did not understand anything that man just said.
I've come to a bit of a different conclusion. Have you ever noticed how every time we see Patrick try to think, there's either sparks or smoke coming out of his head?
Bro, this man is funny, bro.
Is Patrick thinking again?
And almost every time we see inside of Patrick's head, it's represented with gears or some kind of machinery.
True.
Now, we're supposed to assume that this is just a cartoony way to visualize
bro.
thought, but what's strange is just how consistent they are with it. And even stranger, none of the other characters' thoughts are visualized this way.
Just got an order from the boss. Dump everything that isn't about fine dining. Squidward's happy gland is forced to take shelter in the recesses of his mind.
It's only Patrick who seems to have this robotic association with him. And just look at how detailed they are with it. While Patrick's head is sparking in Rule of Dumb, if you look closely, you can see a spring pop out of him, and
the
even a hole
characters
left
see
behind
it.
by the spring. That is such a small detail that no one would notice unless you were going frame by frame. And if this is just supposed to be a metaphor inside of Patrick's head, how come SpongeBob clearly sees the spring come out? Alright, so now that I've done my imagination...
Before he start... Ooh. Okay. That's really going to tie into a lot of what's going to be happening with the later theories too, but like, it's like...
theory,
I
some of this
completely just
evidence
lost my
doesn't
thought.
hold up as much, but even looking back on it, it's still...
Regained it. It left and came right back. Why Patrick? Actually, you know what?
Just strange
wasn't
how
even-
many robotic
I don't think
connections
he
there
wanted to
are
turn
with
Patrick into a
specifically
robot.
Patrick. I don't know. I still think it works. Okay. So let's
Based
entertain
off
the
this
idea
theory,
for
I
a
know what
moment
happens
that
in this theory.
Patrick might be some sort of robot. How would he have gotten converted?
Accidentally.
And why does this cause him to randomly become smart every once in a while? Well, I looked at all the scenes where Patrick suddenly does something smart, and I noticed a bit of a pattern. There are two different types of these moments. There are times when we think he's saying something intelligent,
Wait, SpongeBob! We're not cavemen! We have technology!
but then it's revealed he's not actually being smart.
Bro,
This doesn't
SpongeBob
contradict
is
his character
so
at all.
funny,
Patrick
bro.
is someone who doesn't see himself
I'm
as
with
dumb,
the
so
dummy.
there's lots of times when he tries to be smart, but he fails.
Dumb people are always blissfully unaware of how dumb they really are.
Bro, this man in
But there
his
are also
spit,
moments where
like,
he actually
yeesh.
does do something undeniably smart.
Wait a minute, Squidward. They might be onto something.
We could filter the CO2 through our ballast tanks, refire the engines, and ride the shockwave out of here.
Wow.
He's right.
But then he immediately acts oblivious to the fact that he was being smart.
We're going through with your plan, Patrick. Yay!
What plan?
So, I kept track of these two different types of moments, and it seems like after season 3 is when he suddenly switches from pretending to be smart to actually having these smart moments. And this switch
Okay.
perfectly lines up with the season 4 episode, Patrick's Smarty Pants. In this episode, Patrick falls off a cliff and gets his head knocked off. SpongeBob
Like, these people be saying, was this all intended or is this by coincidence? Was this all like, is this all just, oh yeah? Or was they just really like, oh yeah, let's just make a show with hella hidden theories, bro. Bro, I'm not lying, if that was the case, wow. wow, this has to be the best show ever. Cause like, damn, the amount of stuff that they be putting in here. I'm not even talking about the newer episodes. The newer episodes are so bad that people don't even watch them. They don't watch them. But like, wow, man, like, Steve, bro. Steve,
replaces his head with some brain coral, which makes him become a genius.
Is a
I find all this laughter to be highly illogical.
In the end, they switch back to his normal head, and Patrick goes back to his usual stupid self. But take a closer look at the scene when he first puts on the brain coral.
Here's your head.
Does this not prove right there that's what, like that he's a robot?
These gears with cobwebs as a metaphor for Patrick's brain never being used until now. But these gears are not from Patrick's brain. His brain came off during the fall, which means these gears are entirely from the brain coral. And at the end of the episode, when they remove the brain coral, we can still see the electrical plug attached to it. We are no longer seeing a metaphorical representation inside of someone's head. We are seeing this plug from an outside perspective. The brain coral is just like the Whirly Brains, a robotic device that plugs into your brain to control you. Isn't it convenient that Patrick just happened to land next to a pile of coral that looked identical to his head? Is it possible that Plankton saw this as an opportunity to add another victim to his robot invasion? But after Patrick removed it, he used
that was a lot.
To add another
that was a lot to just be put. Right, okay. That's the weakest part of the theory. I'm just assuming that. That's why I'm saying it is weird. Because you really think you're like, oh yeah, why Patrick? Like, oh yeah, I mean, if this man is real, I mean, which he is, very obsessed with getting the formula. Of course you will go after the person making the formula's best friend. You control his best friend, you basically control him. So, I mean, hey, it is a bit of a stretch, but hey. Wait, what? Wait, but here's the emphasis. In the very next scene after they leave the jellyfish field, we see Patrick. I thought that said Plankton. And I was about to be like, oh yeah.
To his robot invasion. But after Patrick removed it, he went back to normal, right? He completely stopped Plankton's plan, right? Well, one season later, he went back to normal,
Patrick
right?
strong and his hairy, bro.
Right? Well, one season later, in the episode Sing a Song
That's
with
all I
Patrick,
was saying, bro.
Patrick attempts to use his brain
Patrick
again,
really be
and we
beating up
see
SpongeBob.
the exact same gears inside of his head.
Come on, you stupid brain! Work!
The creators went out of their way to recreate the exact placement of all the gears from the brain coral, which means the head Patrick put on at the end of Patrick's Smarty Pants was not his head. It was another piece of robotic brain coral.
So
but
what does this mean for the theory, though? What did this mean for Plankton? He can't use Patrick. Patrick is... he's a character, bro. Patrick is a character. You can't use Patrick. You can't. Like, it's literally impossible. You can't use Patrick for anything. Literally anything. This man do not know how to work, clean. He don't he don't know how to do anything, to be honest with you. He's just living life. I'm living life too.
Reason this brain coral isn't as effective as the first one, and he's only able to have rare
they're
moments.
just alike. Him and
Okay,
SpongeBob
so
is
I know
just
this
alike.
whole brain coral theory relies on a lot of assumptions, and it could definitely be stronger. But come on, they literally showed us that his brain still has the exact same gears from specifically the brain coral. Like, what else could this even be implying? I feel like this alone is one of the best pieces of evidence in this video. In the season 12 episode, SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, Patrick has another one of his smart moments.
Oh, would you look at the hour? It's almost time for me to take SpongeBob on that tour so you guys can decorate his house. I'm on that tour so... Oh, would you look at the hour? It's almost time...
I never actually understood how was this a smart moment. Okay, look at the hour.
For me to take SpongeBob on that tour so you guys can decorate his house.
How is that a smart moment though? Like I don't really get that. Like, is this so literally is that's just him just being that, bro? Yeah, Like, Patrick must really be a dumb. I'm not even like, he is very, very dumb, but damn. He can't tell the time. He can't do something basic, like, oh yeah, surprise SpongeBob. Like, he don't know how to do that. Damn.
But this moment in particular is very interesting because Plankton is...
Why is he even here? Why is he here? They're a couple. Why is Plankton here? Like, the thing is, with these new episodes, it don't even make sense on how these three characters are even in the same room. I was just about to say it with the small clip that we seen when he was on the TV with the robot theory, where they was watching the TV and they seen them with the whirly brain. This character is not important, bro. This man was in a one filler episode and did not show up since. But now I don't know, now he with the main lineup.
Is actually there to witness it. And take a guess how Plankton responds to him.
I guess even a broken moron can be right once a day.
He calls Patrick a broken moron because he knows Patrick is a broken one of his experiments. And if you still don't believe me, in the newest episode of Season 13, The Goofy Scoopers, we get this scene.
This stinks. I wanted to go backstage for an autograph.
Plankton was
Plankton is so weird
yes,
for that.
He certainly was. And that is the
that
robot
is so weird.
invasion
Plankton
theory.
was here.
Thank you very much.
On the back of another man's head, you was there.
Bro, look at his fucking yo.
Bro, did he really have people signing? Bro, this man really have people signing on the back of his head, bro. Each wrinkle, someone can sign it. And they really put a thumbtack of a ticket. Bro, this man got a ticket. When do Patrick even drive? How did he even have a parking ticket, bro? A $30.
Yo.
It's one big thumb.
Yo.
Look at his.
Okay, so before we move on, I have got to bring up a new SpongeBob episode that recently came out called Welcome to Binary Bottom.
Submitted for your approval. A trip to Binary Bottom.
This episode shows us a version of Bikini Bottom called Binary Bottom, where everything and everyone has been replaced by robots.
Morning, SpongeBob.
So, obviously, I was like, holy shit, robot invasion theory confirmed, let's go, another W. But it doesn't exactly line up.
Nah, it don't line up with your, oh yeah, they taking over the world and lasers are shooting out their eyes and they're in apocalyptic times and the skin is falling out their face. Yeah, so, yeah. Like I said, they're just tying up loose ends at this point.
Perfectly with my theory. In this episode, Plankton has also been replaced by a robot. And not like a mastermind overlord robot running the show, but a tiny, useless robot who can barely move.
Come back here, you nickel-plated nincompoops!
Plankbot, you forgot to wind yourself again.
Wow, now his wife is real.
Fresh and blood wife.
Also,
Fresh?
Karen, the only character who...
Wow, Karen, my fresh in blood wife. That is what the new generation is seeing. Wow. I knew it was bad. I did not know it was this bad, bro. Who is this person? You are not bro. Wow. So in a city with all robots, the only robot is a human. I guess.
Who was a robot is now just a regular fish for some reason. So, yeah, unfortunately, this episode is probably just a non-canon alternate universe where all the robots and living things have switched places. It doesn't seem to have any connection to the implied future robot invasion in my theory, unfortunately. Unless I was wrong about Plankton being behind the robot invasion. Okay, hear me out. All of the evidence tying Plankton to the robots also ties back to Karen. She has access to all of Plankton's inventions. So this is a bit of a crazy alternate idea, but what if Karen is the one who's actually been behind the robot invasion all along? Okay, so this one might be a bit...
Woo! Woo! Okay. Okay, Alex. Okay. Spit. Bro, you got to spit. Come on.
But here's how I think you could make it work. Either Karen was the one behind the robot invasion, or it was a plan she and Plankton had together, but she eventually turned on him. Plankton treats his wife Karen terribly throughout this show.
Plankton! You've fallen in love with another woman? I'm your wife!
Your new screensaver is stupid, and it makes your processor look fat. Karen, I want you to meet my new computer wife, Karen 2.
Karen 2?
What if this future where he's a
I mean, she's an actual fish now, so, bro. I'm not even lying, bro. I'm not even lying. This actually makes sense. I'm not lying. It makes sense.
pathetic, useless robot is actually Karen's way of getting revenge on Plankton for the years of mistreatment. A way to sort of switch their roles, so to speak. She even turned herself into a fish, a thing that's possible in this wacky universe, just take my word for it, so that she was the one in control. She's the only one in this whole town with free will. Again, kind of a crazy idea. There's not a ton of evidence for it, but it's a fun new way to look at this theory, and it's a bit less obvious than Plankton being the one behind it. That's all I had to say. Let's move on to the wrap-up.
Even though I do not like the newest episodes, bro, that was good, bro. That actually had me like, wow, okay.
Actually, wait, hold on a second. After I finished recording this new section, a new episode of Spongebob was released called PL 1413.
Okay.
It's sort of a remake of SB129, where Plankton is accidentally sent into the future instead of Squidward.
The future must be pretty great if everything's
Oh, damn. Like I said, they're just tying up loose ends, but doesn't mean they have to be bad, though.
Sent into the future instead of Squidward.
The future must...
Am I going to watch it? No, but Unsolved Theories. Huh. Okay, because you gotta realize, bro, they're underwater, so it'll not make sense, bro.
Be pretty great if everything's made of chrome.
Now, the designs of the characters are different, but it still shows a future where robots have taken over. We don't get to see too much about how this world ended up this way or who's in control, but the episode ends with this scene.
See you 2,000 years ago!
You can come out now, Plankton 2.0.
I thought he'd
That's
never leave.
crazy.
Once again, it seems like Karen has replaced Plankton with a version she can control. He even kind of looks like the ideal version that we saw when SpongeBob went inside of Karen's brain.
Actually, I'm Karen's version of Plankton. You know how she'd like to see me?
Damn.
So yeah, I don't know how all of these different futures connect,
What
but
happened
it
to
does
him
seem like
having
Karen
abs
being
for
in charge
days?
is consistent. Okay, now we can finally move on to the wrap-up.
Okay.
Actually, wait, no, one more thing. Literally, right after I recorded this, another SpongeBob movie leaked onto Twitter, and this one's all about Plankton.
Plankton, the
I can't show
movie.
any footage from it yet, but it does involve Karen getting sick of Plankton and turning on him and trying to take over the world by herself. It doesn't really, like, prove my theory, but, you know.
Am I gonna watch it? No, but it's like, bro, that's a cool concept. Who knows? I might get bored because I ain't watched the last two SpongeBob movies. No.
No, it's more Karen evidence. I'll take it. I think we should be done. We should be good to move on to the wrap-up, unless something else gets leaked. Are we good? Nothing else? Okay, let's go.
Have you ever wished you could play a video game your way? Where you can be invincible?
All right, the robot.
I feel this
vision
goes.
theory.
Bro, I don't think the Ghost Pirate theory is number 3. This goes at number 3. Like I said, this goes at number 3. And bro. It
I'll
have
put
to
it
be
somewhere in the middle at like 5th place. It's good. It's a pretty good theory. I think there's a lot of evidence
Ghost
that
Pirate
robots
theory
are
doesn't even
secretly
really
trying
make
to take
sense.
over, and there's a lot of evidence connecting it back to Plankton or maybe Karen now. But that's kind of the problem. It's just a lot of evidence. This whole video is mostly just me reading off a list of robot examples and connections. It makes for a strong theory, but there really isn't as much of a compelling narrative to keep you engaged, and I think a good theory video needs to have both. Like, for example, the Mrs. Puff theory isn't just me telling you,
no, like that's the thing, from a viewer, not from the person making the video, from a viewer standpoint. When I watched all of these in order, I literally had to, like, not had to, but like when I was binge watching it in order, like literally the morning before school, and I couldn't finish it because I had to hurry up and go hop on the bus. This was the most compelling one I ever seen that I had to be like, damn, I'ma finish watching this while I'm at school. I will put this at number 1 damn near. This was a good theory, man. Like, this whole list, bro, like, yes, this is going at number 8. This is probably going at number 3 because I like this one. This is going at number 2. This is going at number 4. This is going to number 5. Like, no,
every
on,
time
Alex,
Mrs. Puff acts crazy, it's me telling you the
no,
tragic story
bro.
of this very sympathetic character. You've got a reason to keep watching and actually feel something when I reveal a dark plot twist. But this theory, I don't really give you as much of a reason to care about Plankton's plan or the victims turning into robots.
But I do not care
and
about the
that's fine
Apache
for a
theory, to be
mini-theory,
honest with
but
you.
this
The
was
Ghost
almost
Pirate
20
theory,
minutes long, and you've already
it's a good
watched
theory,
6
but
of
I
these.
really
I
do
think
not care, to be honest with you. I'm not saying that this has really make it, bro.
the new ideas
Oh,
about Karen
come on,
definitely help make it a
Alex.
little more interesting. And overall, it's
Man, let's
still a
get to
really
the-
fun idea.
Man, let's
It
get
just
to this
maybe could have been
mini-theory, man.
executed a little bit better. Okay, those are my thoughts. Time for the real reason you guys are watching this video.
Oh, thumbnail right here. I'm not even lying. Whoa, bro, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Ooh, thumbnail right there.
Okay, so the actual most frequent comment I get on any of my videos
Because this was just a one and done episode. They really came, like, literally came in, damn near took over the whole Bikini Bottom, got stopped, and it was like, oh yeah, it was never a thing. They made ice cream out of it. They made something out of it. They're so weird.
Where's the
Mr. Krabs
jellyfish
is so
theory?
weird.
And I
Come
get
on.
it. I teased this whole jellyfish
Literally a long
alien
time ago.
invasion theory as sort of a misdirect in Don't Feed the Muse 2. This may be my darkest theory yet. This is the alien jellyfish invasion theory. The
But
idea
never got
was that
to
the
it.
plot of the theory was actually foreshadowing the plot of Don't Feed the Muse, but a lot of people still really wanted to see that theory, and I still get comments about it to this day, and for good reason. I was definitely clickbaiting you guys there. And to be completely honest, I only chose that topic because it lined up so well with the film I was making. I didn't actually have a theory planned for it, but now that I've really looked into it a bit more, I do think there's actually a surprising amount of things to say about this topic. I think it might actually be one of my best mini theories in this video. So finally, here is the long-awaited alien jellyfish invasion theory.
There's
Aliens
more
have
than one
invaded
type of alien
and taken the form
that comes to Bikini Bottom. There's more than one type of species of alien that comes to Bikini Bottom. Why Bikini Bottom? Who knows? Why underwater? Who knows? But hey,
of
come on.
jellyfish.
Come on,
One
Alex.
by one, they replaced the citizens of Bikini Bottom with identical clones, slowly taking over the population from within. Throughout the entire show, there have been hints of these alien jellyfish secretly controlling people and pulling the strings from the shadows. This may be my darkest theory yet. This is the alien jellyfish invasion theory.
Come on.
One of the creepiest episodes of Spongebob is by far the season 8 episode, Planet of the Jellyfish. A mysterious green alien appears in jellyfish fields and starts spreading alien jellyfish clones all over Bikini Bottom. By getting the people to wear the alien jellyfish's hats, one by one they kidnap and replace the citizens of Bikini Bottom with identical clones. This whole episode is very much a parody of the Invasion of the Body Snatchers films. Eventually, SpongeBob discovers the weakness of the aliens is none other than mayonnaise, and he uses it to kill the aliens and set everyone free.
Crazy thing is, they started making this a drink. They're so dumb.
Afterwards, Mr. Krabs decides to resell all the remaining alien goo as a new Krabby Patty condiment.
Freaky clone jelly relish.
Patrick
Get your freaky clone jelly relish patties.
And the episode ends with Patrick ordering one of these patties, but without mayonnaise.
I'll have one relish patty. Hold the mayo.
We're left on this cliffhanger where Patrick might still very well be an alien clone. And that's it. It's been 11 years since this episode came out, and there's been no continuation of this story since then.
Literally,
so
they just stopped
is
it.
Patrick an alien? Are the Jellians still somehow around, secretly plotting another takeover? Well, before I answer that, I can actually tell you exactly where these aliens came from. The background of the title card for this episode shows a barren alien planet, but we've actually seen this exact planet before. In the Season 4 episode, Squidbob Tentacle Pants, Sandy is experimenting with a new teleportation device and accidentally sends SpongeBob and Squidward to an alien planet for a few seconds.
Well,
I remember this episode.
The exact same alien planet we see in the Planet of the Jellyfish title card. Now, the aliens we see on this planet don't really resemble the Jellians.
They're aliens.
So at first I thought maybe the Jellians were originally just a different species somewhere else on this planet. But then I noticed in the background, we see this orange and yellow ringed planet that isn't present in the Jellyfish title card. Planet of the Jellyfish is obviously a parody of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and in that franchise, the aliens invaded Earth because their original home planet was dying. So what if this planet was the original homeworld of the Jellians, but just like an Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the planet died sometime between Squidbob and Planet of the Jellyfish, and that's why the jellyfish invaded Earth. The spots on the planet even look like a jellyfish. Okay, so that's where I think the Jellians came from, but where are they now? Is Patrick actually an alien clone at the end of Planet of the Jellyfish? No, he's not. And not because I just claimed he was a robot.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
The Jellian clones all have black eyes and act in a very obviously alien way. And Patrick here looks and acts completely normal. But then why does he ask for a Krabby Patty without mayonnaise?
Hold the mayo.
Well, maybe it's as simple as he just doesn't like mayonnaise. Also no. And it's not because of this scene.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
It's because of the way the Season 4 episode Hocus Pocus ends. When SpongeBob somehow figures out how to perform real magic, and Patrick asks SpongeBob to do this.
Hey, SpongeBob, I'm still hungry. Will you turn me into a jar of mayonnaise so I can eat myself?
Patricka! Mayonnaise-a-ga!
Patrick could have asked SpongeBob to turn him into
Anything.
literally any food, and he chose mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is his favorite fucking food, which means there is no way he would ask to hold the mayo at the end of Planet of the Jellyfish unless he was being controlled by the Jellians. At least to some extent.
I mean, the first thing he did was take, bro, this man is stupid. At first I'm like, oh yeah, is Patrick that stupid? And I was really trying to defend this man, bro. Patrick, I tried to defend you. You are an idiot. You has always been an idiot. Even with these smart techniques, you are still an idiot. You're an idiot. Like,
so even if he's not a full-on alien clone,
this man will
I
eat
think
anything.
he's being affected by the jelly and goo he ate, but in a much more subtle, dormant way. It's kind of like how rabies has evolved to make people afraid of water because the virus spreads faster without it. The jelly and goo is subconsciously making people avoid mayonnaise in order to keep itself alive. Now, there are little hints that maybe these Jellians are still around, influencing people in future episodes. Gary, Sandy, and even Patchy all mention later that they don't like mayonnaise.
Gary hates mayo.
I don't like mayonnaise neither.
What do you know?
I don't like mayo either.
Mayo! And there was this shaman guy in season 9 that had a jellyfish on his head. But, you know, other than these random one-off moments, that's kinda it. So maybe there is a secret jellyfish invasion going on, but like I said, I chose this theory because it fit the film I was making, not because there's any smoking gun evidence to prove it all.
Nah, that's cap.
I mean, it's not like there's a whole convention of people wearing jellyfish hats.
Hi, Kev. I'm not gonna lie, I'm watching that episode right after I'm done with this, bro. Just how dumb. It's not even dumb. It was just funny how SpongeBob was obsessed with this one dude that did not even like him at all. It was funny.
That's right. Oh, yeah, I forgot about these guys. So, in the Season 2 episode, I'm Your Biggest Fanatic, we're introduced to the biannual Jellyfish Convention, where all the jellyfish enthusiasts in Bikini Bottom can meet up and enjoy their hobby.
Wow, I can't believe it. We're actually here at the biannual Jellyfish Convention.
Jellyfish are awesome.
Now, there were people wearing jellyfish hats here before the Jellyfish Invasion episode, but it's maybe like 10% of the people. But 4 seasons after Planet of the Jellyfish, we get an episode called Jolly Lodgers where we see the convention again, and literally like 99% of the people there are wearing jellyfish hats now. Huh. I guess it just got a little more popular, you know, I guess it's not that weird.
Okay.
But not only does the convention seem a lot bigger, but there's some interesting new activities going on. We got increasing your sting endurance, get buff jellyfishing, do you want to be a jelly, totally legal? Maybe that's just like a little suspicious.
Totally
and just
legal.
listen to the way these people talk now.
Belong with us now.
Okay, these guys are Jellians. They even surround Squidward in the exact same way the Jellians surrounded SpongeBob and Sandy. Look, the creators literally...
I mean, bro, they're dumb enough to eat something that literally just took them over. They deserve it. Like I said, the people in SpongeBob, they're like black people with trends. Now on to the next one. If Mr. Krabs, bro, Mr. Krabs can literally make something that kill. But Mr. Krabs really just be, this man really just be poisoning his customers, bro. Anything to get a buck. Anything to get a buck.
Really recreated the shot. I'm not crazy, these guys are fucking Jellians. And we even see people still wearing these jellyfish hats after the convention. In one of the newer episodes in season 14, we see a random fish wearing a jellyfish hat, even though he's not at or going to a jellyfish convention. But what's really strange here is that when Bubble Bass opens a window, everyone's stuff flies off except for this hat. It is really stuck on there. It really feels like there is some kind of alien clinging to his head. We also see Kevin's fan club, the Jelly Spotters, again in season 14, except now they've all got jellyfish hats, and they've replaced their leader, Kevin, with Patrick.
He got kicked out of the club years ago!
Which kind of makes sense since Kevin can't really wear a jellyfish hat since he's got that thing on his head.
I didn't know this was a hat.
It wasn't.
So they got someone else who the aliens could actually replace to be in charge. It makes sense. The Jellians are back, and they're using this convention to secretly add people to their alien hive mind collective. In fact,
Does this disprove? Because, bro, we can't have an alien invasion and then a robot invasion at the same time. Like, gotta pick a struggle. I mean, hey, damn.
In fact, I'm even pretty sure that they successfully replaced Squidward in this episode. Throughout this episode, Squidward is trying to escape this convention, but they keep cornering him and even force him to wear a jellyfish hat. But then, at the end of this episode, he finds an empty jellyfish mascot costume and decides to use it as a disguise to escape.
Say, if I put that damn thing on,
Bro,
I
just
can sneak
walk
out
out.
of here without anybody knowing it's me.
And it
Just
pretty
walk
much
out,
works.
bro.
He manages to get away from everyone else.
I've got peace and quiet. I've got peace and quiet.
But wait a second. Let's go back to the establishing shot at the very beginning of this episode.
Okay.
Do you notice anything strange here?
T-shirts. Okay. Come on. Fix your net. Jelly Art Zone, Jelly Crabs, Jelly Con. Wow. Damn, I can't find nothing. Calf. 36th annual. Damn. Okay. Hats. Okay. I don't really see nothing. Come on.
Other than the stuff I've already pointed out. Hidden in the bottom right corner is the jellyfish mascot Squidward will eventually put on. But if that's the case, then why can we already see Squidward's feet coming out of it? This is way before Squidward puts on the costume to escape. We literally see him outside of the costume in the very next shot. Squidward can't also be here unless...
I mean, is he the only squid in the verse, my guy? I don't really know about that one, man. I don't know about that one, Coach.
They already made an alien clone of Squidward, and at some point during the episode, they switch places.
I don't know about that one,
Squidward
Coach.
and everyone here has been replaced by the alien jellyfish invasion. And also replaced by the robot invasion.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
also brainwashed by Goofy Goobers. And also being secretly controlled by the showrunners.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of
It
people are trying to
disproves
take
your
over
other
Bikini Bottom,
theories.
okay? There's
Like,
your
that's what I'm
jellyfish
saying.
theory. You could stop commenting about it.
It's many theories.
Do you
so
want to
good.
play college soccer? Then
Like I
listen.
said, I don't know
I'm
about
Tom
that one,
Scotland, the
Coach.
head coach at IMG Academy. The first.
But I liked it. I liked it, though. Come on.
Alright,
We in
so
the last
this
theory,
time,
y'all. Come
instead
on.
of ending with the big twist, I'm just gonna open with it. The Flying Dutchman is the ghost of Patchy the Pirate. This is a claim that makes absolutely no sense. They look different, they act different, and most importantly, Patchy the Pirate is alive at the same time we see the Flying Dutchman. It would be impossible to prove that they're the same person, right? Well, you know, I like a challenge. This is the time-traveling ghost pirate theory.
Not gonna lie, I like the last theory, bro. Dang, my guy. Well, what is he talking about? Keep talking about the bottom.
Before I get into how these characters connect, I have to explain the tragic backstory of Patchy the Pirate.
I'm Patchy the Pirate, president of the SpongeBob SquarePants fan club.
Patchy the Pirate is the president of the SpongeBob fan club.
I know why he put this as number 3. I know why he put this as number 3 now. I don't know why.
And they often cut to him during special episodes to host the show and talk to the audience. He fits in perfectly with my television theory, and clearly works for the in-universe SpongeBob SquarePants showrunners as some kind of mascot for the show.
Boring! Well, if it isn't my less than amusing sidekick, Potty the Parrot.
Patchy is this weird, lonely guy whose only friend is a talking parrot who's constantly harassing him, and I'm also pretty sure Patchy wants to eat him.
Shiver me timbers, it's Potty! I wonder what parrot tastes like!
But that's not what this theory is about. If you rewatch all the episodes with Patchy, you start to notice a bit of a disturbing development with his character. Patchy has devoted his entire life to SpongeBob, but that devotion is very one-sided, and the more time that goes on, the more resentful Patchy becomes of SpongeBob. In the season 3 episode Party...
How are you gonna get obsessed with someone that don't even know you, but get mad that they don't know you and don't care about you? Does that even make sense? Dude was obsessed with someone that never met him before, never seen him before. But
Super Pants,
That's like
Patchy
with all
throws a
these
house
Chris
party and tries to
Bieber.
invite SpongeBob, but
I was
he
about to
doesn't
say
show up.
Chris Bieber.
You didn't bring SpongeBob with you, did you?
Who is Chris Bieber?
I sure hope you...
Who the hell is Chris Bieber? I was about to say Justin Bieber and Chris Brown. People be obsessed with this guy that do not really give a about them, to be honest with you. Pay thousands of dollars to just take a picture with this guy. That's gonna do the same thing with the next 50 people. I mean, I guess you have your moment.
He got his invitation.
I'd sure like to go to this party, but I can't read the invitation.
But Patchy doesn't really seem to be that upset about it.
Ah, well.
But then things start to take a turn in the episode The Sponge Who Could Fly. Patchy follows a map and goes on a crazy adventure to find the legendary Lost SpongeBob episode, and after finally getting it, this is what plays.
That's it? That's the lost episode? That was just a bunch of cheap walk cycles! What a rip!
So, Patchy got let down by
What a
SpongeBob
rip.
again, but I'm sure he'll get over it just like last time.
SpongeBob betrayed us! I'm sorry I ever started this stupid fan club in the first place!
Patchy has a full-on mental break.
What are you talking about?
Fan club in the first place!
Patchy
The reason why SpongeBob eye looks so big because legally they wasn't allowed to show the real SpongeBob.
has a full-on mental breakdown. Now, eventually he does find the real Lost episode and goes back to normal, but this is just the start of Patchy's transformation into a much darker character. In the Season 6 episode Truth or Square, Patchy throws a massive television extravaganza to celebrate 10 years of SpongeBob. There is a ton of production value and celebrities that Patchy managed to get. There is no way SpongeBob wouldn't show up for it.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
LeBron really the GOAT. I'm
What
not
do you mean
lying.
he's not coming? 10 years I've been president in his fan club!
Patchy has
He do
dedicated
not know
10
you.
years of his life to SpongeBob.
The thing is, this actually do prove the television theory though. Since these guys, bro, it proves that, bro. This proves the television theory, but like it's like, damn, they don't want to let the person that's on SpongeBob meet the most meet him. It's not even that, bro. We're not taking you underwater to meet a like, bro. No, you're gonna have to be up here, bro. Go get some, bro. Go to the club, bro. You'll hear with this character, like, bro, come on.
SpongeBob, and he can't even be bothered to show up once. And this never even gets resolved in the episode either. Patchy tries to find SpongeBob, thinks he's about to meet him, but then it turns out it was all just a dream.
Mister, are you okay?
SpongeBob!
No, it's just me, the guy in the penny.
Patchy's one-sided obsession with SpongeBob is making him delusional, and this is by no means the last time Patchy will hallucinate meeting SpongeBob. In Atlantis SquarePantis, Patchy gets lost in the desert and once again hallucinates SpongeBob.
Uh-oh.
He was in that, bro. I'm really starting to forget all these good episodes. I did not realize Patchy had a little segment in that episode. What?
Oh, here come the hallucinations.
It's me, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Bro, this was the most stupidest, bro. I remember this, bro. This was so stupid, bro. Look at this, bro. It is me, SpongeBob. Bro, this is so dumb, bro.
It's me, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Wow. Wow.
But then, in SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, it seems like he finally really does meet SpongeBob.
From your biggest fan. Huh? I have a fan?
Come on, man.
Surprise! It's Patchy the Pirate! Happy birthday, SpongeBob!
Thank you, Patchy.
But even if they don't
He do
explicitly
not know who
say
you
it,
is,
this
my
is
guy.
definitely another hallucination. It's right after he crashed into an island, and he's just a severed head for some reason, and he can breathe underwater. Yeah, I'm gonna say that this is a hallucination. They have another alleged meeting in SpongeBob's Road to Christmas special, but this time Patchy's fully animated for some reason, so I'm pretty
dead.
skeptical about this one too. In
He's
fact,
dead.
I'm gonna come back to this one. one. Keep it in mind because it's going to be very important later on. So, as much as Patchy worships SpongeBob and wants to meet him, he never will. And you don't have to take my word for it either. In a 2009 WonderCon panel with some of the actors and creators of SpongeBob, they talk about the rules they have for writing the show, including the fact that Patchy can never meet SpongeBob.
His character has evolved into this pirate that's obsessed with SpongeBob. Well, they can never meet, right? Well, yeah, they can never meet. There's a lot of rules to SpongeBob.
They can never meet, right? They can't meet. Like I said, they're just making up. Like, it's a good show, a very, very excellent show. But like, come on now, clearly has some errors.
Are there for a reason. It's part of the success in a way.
From the very start of his creation.
That song I heard was my monitor tipping over. I'm not even by the cap. If this was going to cut off, I was not going to do this video again, bro.
And they doomed Patchy to be an obsessed fan who would never meet his idol. He will spend the rest of his life devoted to SpongeBob, but no matter how hard he tries, he will never reach Bikini Bottom, and he will never meet SpongeBob. And, unfortunately, that is the tragic story of Patchy the Pirate.
Get a hobby, my
guy. If all of that's true, then I just have one lingering question. How come the dumpster behind the Krusty Krab has a message that reads, Patchy was here? Don't go anywhere, because the time-traveling ghost pirate theory is about to get crazy.
Who says time move equally in SpongeBob than in the real world above water? Cause in SpongeBob they be time traveling and all type of stuff. Like they can alter. Like, it's SpongeBob. He's the OP of the show. Like he said, he can imaginate something and it comes to him like that. He's the god of the verse.
I'll come back to this message later.
Ooh, okay. From season 2, okay. Damn, that's a very early Sailor Mouth. Okay, that was another good episode too. A weird episode because it really is promoting cussing, but it's like, wow. The bubbles down with air. Wait, what? Where is SpongeBob also find a critic's sentence? Up with bubbles, down with air. Wait, what? Remember when he left?
But first, we have to talk about the mysterious origins of the Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman is the legendary ghost pirate that haunts Bikini Bottom.
In a pirate ship, the Flying Dutchman descends on Bikini Bottom.
The first time we hear about the Flying Dutchman is in the episode Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost, when SpongeBob finds a comic book about his origins.
It's the origin of the Flying Dutchman. It says when he died, they used his body as a window display. Now he haunts the 7 seas because they used his body. It's the origin of the...
Bro, that be the people in SpongeBob, that be... Not gonna lie, that's gonna be crazy. But don't you hate when you just be getting added to random group chats that you don't know half of the people in, and now you're about to get blown up by messages by people that you do not know?
The Flying
About to leave that group chat right now.
When he died, they used his body as a window display. Now he haunts the 7 seas because he was never put to rest.
Now,
That
I've
is
always
a
been
very
a little
good reason to
skeptical
haunt
about
the
this
7
origin,
seas.
not just because it's claiming they put an actual human corpse up as display in a kid's store, but because the Flying Dutchman himself contradicts it.
It's a little torn. Of course, it was the shirt I was buried in.
He was never put to rest.
If he was buried, then this origin can't be true. So, who is the Flying Dutchman actually? Well, when I rewatched all the episodes with the Flying Dutchman, I kept noticing that he seems to have some kind of fixation with SpongeBob in particular. In the episode Shanghai, he drops his anchor on SpongeBob's home, which leads to him having to briefly join the Dutchman's crew. Then, in Born Again Krabs, he's about to take Mr. Krabs' soul, but then immediately changes his mind when SpongeBob...
32 cents. Mr. Krabs literally, Squidward even had to say, bro, are you good? You just traded the person that basically that has your business thriving even more for 32 cents. The dude that literally makes you thousands of dollars a week. You just sold him for 32 cents. Mr. Crab is the bottom of the bottom.
Bob offers his soul instead. And even in the Camp Four prequel show, he
really
haunts SpongeBob as a kid. But strangest of all, in Ghost Host, the Dutchman's ship gets destroyed, and out of all the places in Bikini Bottom he can stay, he decides to stay with SpongeBob.
My location where I'll be staying? Business or residence? Residence.
And look at the way he mischievously smiles when he sees SpongeBob. It feels like this is personal for him, but why? The episode Ghost Host is actually the first time we get a bit more depth of the Flying Dutchman's character. At first, he spends all of his time torturing SpongeBob, but eventually, he just wants to stay and hang out with him.
Maybe stay with a friend for a while.
For a
little while longer.
Boy, this man was
Even though his ship's
literally
already been returned for 3
I'm
months.
talking about binge. He was in SpongeBob house. Bro, this man was really... Bro, he was in SpongeBob house longer than Squidward was in his house. When Squidward lost his job and Abnavon had literally made SpongeBob into a maid in his own house. That's what this was, bro. He literally... Bro, he became,
I have a
became a
confession,
roommate.
SpongeBob. My ship's been done for 3 months now.
It feels like the Dutchman has some kind of vendetta against SpongeBob specifically, but also, deep down, he's just lonely and wants to be SpongeBob's friend.
Lonely.
And does that remind you of anyone? Someone who's desperate to be SpongeBob's
And
friend,
is
but also
lonely.
has a deep resentment towards him. Okay, but there's like a bunch of reasons why the Flying Dutchman couldn't be the ghost of Patchy the Pirate. I mean, for starters, they look totally different, right? Different shirt, different hat, and most importantly, the Dutchman doesn't have the iconic hook and eye patch that Patchy does. This is the point where I was about to give up and scrap this theory, but then I decided to rewatch the Season 1 episode, Arg, where SpongeBob plays a board game called The Flying Dutchman's Treasure that's actually based on...
Pause, bro. What is... Bro, what was that? Not even gonna lie, that was weird. Bro, I was literally recording a black screen. That was crazy. My computer never did that before, but hey, we straight back
different
into this.
hat,
Come on.
and most importantly, the Dutchman doesn't have the iconic hook and eye patch that Patchy does. This is the point where I was about to give up and scrap this theory, but then I decided to rewatch the Season 1 episode, Arg, where SpongeBob plays a board game called The Flying Dutchman's Treasure that's
Another
actually based on
great
the Flying
episode.
Dutchman's real map.
The Flying Dutchman's Treasure.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Alex, he's been doing his thing.
Based on a real treasure map.
And then I noticed something. One of the game cards actually shows a picture of the Flying Dutchman. I mean, look, he clearly has the same nose and face as him, but this looks like a picture of when he was still alive and had a darker black beard. But the hat he's wearing is not the usual Flying Dutchman hat. It is the exact same hat Patchy the Pirate wears. Okay, but he still doesn't have the eye patch and the hook hand, right? Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Neither does Patchy. Patchy's hook is always switching hands, and he constantly takes off his eye patch, because Patchy isn't a real pirate. He's just pretending to be one.
The great thing about Patchy is that he lives in Encino, California. But he's a pirate. But the only thing that makes him a pirate is that he says he's one and dresses like one.
Okay, fine.
I feel like when they used to be doing stuff like this, you know, interacting with the fans, you know, answering questions, like, I feel like that's when the show was better. When he was here, bro. When he was here, the show was better, bro.
But the shirt is still very
When the
different.
creator was here,
the
the show
Dutchman's
was
is all
way better,
open
bro.
and it's got those stripy things. Patchy's is more fancy with the big white puffy collar and cuffs. Well, in the Curse of Bikini Bottom, we see the Flying Dutchman's closet and he pulls out the exact same shirt that Patchy wears. Same fancy puffy collar, same cuffs. Same
I can
shirt
see the
that Patchy
resemblance.
The exact same shirt that wears. Same.
Oh shit! Yo, it's over.
I can see the resemblance.
Fine, okay? Maybe Patchy the Pirate and the Dutchman look the same, but that doesn't mean they're the same person. It's time we address the elephant in the room. The Flying Dutchman can't be Patchy's ghost because Patchy is alive at the same time we see the Flying Dutchman. Like, in order for this theory to be true, Patchy would have to die, and then the Dutchman's ghost would show up. But they're simultaneously existing at the same time. Patchy even shows up during an episode all about the Flying Dutchman, and he even calls it his favorite episode.
We're gonna see me favorite show, Shanghai. Ta-da!
It is physically impossible for Patchy and the Dutchman to be the same person. Or is it? Things are about to get stranger.
Come on, Alex. It's about time. Okay.
When I rewatched all the episodes with the Flying Dutchman, I noticed something strange. In the Season 7 episode, The Curse of Bikini Bottom, the Dutchman gets a girlfriend, but starts to freak out when she wants to get—
Ew. Ew. Why would you? Why wouldn't he? Ew. Come on now. Talk about he started to figure out. Of course he tried to figure out. Like, that's a dude. Talk about, man, that's a dude.
Get married.
She wants to marry me! I ain't the marrying type.
But the Dutchman not being the marrying type isn't entirely true. Back in Season 3 during Ghost Host, we see that the Dutchman was once married.
Is that a wedding ring?
Oh, this sort's nothing.
I didn't really get that. So, he's not the marrying type in the future. But in the past, he was. So he became... So he wasn't the marrying type. So he became... Over time, he did not like to get married.
Alright, but so what? You know, this just seems
Or
like a
something
small
like that.
continuity
'Cause
error.
come on now,
between
Season
seasons.
7.
No surprise for
Season
SpongeBob.
4.
But in the Season 6 special, SpongeBob vs. the Big One, there's an even stranger moment like this. The Flying Dutchman bumps into Mr. Krabs and says this to him.
Ah! He's a Flying Dutchman! Ah! It's some guy I've never seen before!
He says he's never met Mr. Krabs before, but there are 2 whole episodes from previous seasons dedicated to the Dutchman trying to steal Mr. Krabs' soul for being too greedy. They're even on a first-name basis.
Eugene Krabs!
Oh, they're on more than a first-name basis. They already made transactions with each other. They're more than on a first-name basis. They're already trading souls. Mr. Krab, like I said, he traded SpongeBob's soul for 32 cents. Keep that in your head. He sold the person that makes him thousands upon thousands of dollars for 32 cents. Let that resonate with you. He said, I'll give you whatever in my pocket. So that means he could have pulled out 10 cents, a nickel. He could have pulled out a penny, and Mr. Krab would have sold him so. They're on more than the first name basis. They're damn near best friends.
It's some guy I've never seen before!
Alright, so another weird inconsistency with the Dutchman, but I'm still not convinced that it's not just lazy writing. But back in the Curse of Bikini Bottom,
Lazy
there's
writing.
a moment that
Probably.
cannot be written
Ew.
up.
Ew. It's crazy how a beard can save a lot of people's lives. Beards be saving people's lives. Can't even count.
Off as another
I can't wait until I
continuity
get
error.
mine.
SpongeBob and Patrick
Just to cut it
accidentally
off
shave
from
off the
now
Dutchman's
on.
beard, and the Dutchman claims the beard won't grow back for another 1,000 years.
Your beard will just grow back.
Nothing of my facial hair! It'll take 1,000 years for my beard to grow back!
But by the end of the episode, we cut to several months later, and his beard is back.
The curse will wear off when my beard grows back.
Several months later.
She wants to marry me!
It's not like this
SpongeBob
is
is
some
a
plot
funny
point they
show,
forgot about
bro.
between episodes. This several months later is in the same episode where the Dutchman says the beard takes 1,000 years to grow back.
It'll take 1,000 years for my beard to grow back!
Several months later.
Why the fuck would they
Damn.
include this line if they were just gonna contradict it a few minutes later in the same
that's
goddamn episode? They even blatantly mention that it's several months later twice, as if they're trying to make you realize how inconsistent it is.
Several months later.
Well, here we are several months later.
So, what does any of this mean?
Bro,
Why are the
SpongeBob
writers of
is
SpongeBob
funny, bro.
intentionally making the Flying Dutchman as inconsistent as possible? Well, the only way that this makes sense to me is if we're
Like I said, I already watched it, so you know what? It's for the new people.
seeing the Flying Dutchman non-chronologically. And by that I mean,
Backwards.
the Flying Dutchman is time traveling. Just
that
bear.
wouldn't really make sense, though. To be honest with you. So, the past is his future, and the future is his past. That don't really make sense. Why is he living his life in reverse? I don't really get that. I don't really get that.
Bear with me for a second. For SpongeBob, only several months have passed, but for the Dutchman, it actually was 1,000 years later. The Dutchman didn't recognize Mr. Krabs in Season 6 because for him, this is the first time they've met. And from his perspective, the episodes where he tries to take Mr. Krabs' soul haven't happened yet. Okay, this is the
That's what I'm
one
saying, like,
obvious
it's
contradiction
weird.
I made in
It's
this theory.
weird.
Why wouldn't the Flying Dutchman know who Mr. Krabs is if he's supposed to be Patchy, aka the #1 fan of SpongeBob SquarePants? Obviously, he would recognize one of the main characters of the show. So yeah, that's my bad. I think we could just throw this whole point away. I think the actual reason why the Dutchman doesn't recognize Mr. Krabs here is just because of the beard. And even if you take away this piece of evidence, I still think there's enough to make a case for the Dutchman having a messed up continuity. The Dutchman's not the marrying type in Season 7, but he probably actually does end up getting married to the giant monster, and that's why we see him with a ring in Season 4, because the past is the future for the Flying Dutchman. Whoa. Okay, let's
I don't
calm
really
down
get
for a
that,
second there,
though.
Alex. This time travel idea does fix a lot of problems with the Dutchman's continuity, but claiming a character has time travel powers is a major leap. Don't get me wrong, the Flying Dutchman is a very powerful ghost. He can teleport, he can shapeshift, he can grant wishes, but we've never seen.
That's all you need. That's all you need. Like that trumps the time traveling powers, bro. He can grant wishes, bro. That's all you need. He can grant wishes.
Seen him manipulate
He's a whole
time.
genie out here.
You get 3 wishes.
Wishes? I wish we had known that earlier.
Okay, you got 2 wishes left.
Huh.
Patrick is
Okay, so the Dutchman's time traveling. And you know what this means? The Flying Dutchman could absolutely be the ghost of Patchy the Pirate. And
come on,
I'm
piece it
gonna
up.
prove it.
Piece it up. Come on. Piece it up.
Have you ever wished you could play a video game your way?
No.
Where you can be invincible, unimaginable.
No. No. Come on.
So, if Patchy the Pirate eventually becomes the Flying Dutchman, that means at some point in the future, Patchy is going to die. Except, here's the thing. I think Patchy is already dead in present day, and we have already seen his death on screen.
I mean, it's rare. I mean, I have not seen this guy, like, this actor, like, whoever this guy is, I have not seen him in, like, a SpongeBob episode in years. Like, it's been, like, I'm talking about, like, 8, 9, 10 plus years in, like, a SpongeBob episode. This man has, like, physically, he has not been in a SpongeBob episode for years. So his character might just be dead. I'm not gonna lie. That will only explain
Christmas
it.
special I told you would be important later
Come on now,
it's
it's
the season
animated.
13
Come on now.
episode SpongeBob's Road to Christmas, and as of recording this, it's the latest episode in the SpongeBob timeline.
He
SpongeBob
is
does
dead.
meet Patchy in this episode, but for some reason he's fully animated instead of using the usual live-action style.
Ahoy,
Is the
SpongeBob
actor
and
good,
Patrick!
though?
It's me, Patchy the Pirate!
It honestly feels kind of creepy for some reason, especially since the creators themselves said that Patchy could never meet SpongeBob.
Well, they can never meet, right? Well, they can never meet.
I'm
Is it
still
possible
on that,
this-
bro. I'm still on that, bro. Like, they're like, oh yeah, they can't meet, right? Oh, nah, they can't meet. Right, come on.
Isn't the real Patchy? Well, the last time we saw live-action Patchy was in SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, and that episode ended with him being fired out of a cannon and crashing into an island. Immediately after that, Patchy's severed head shows up and meets SpongeBob. But I already explained how this is clearly just another hallucination, and he's probably just gonna wake up on the island disappointed that he didn't actually meet SpongeBob like every other time. But what if this is something more than just a simple dream that he can wake up from? I mean, the last shot we
Whoa. Before I was about to just say something.
saw of the real Patchy.
If this was the last episode he was in, and the last shot he was in, he's dead. He's 100% dead. There's no, bro. Look how far deep he is in. There's no like, bro. It's just like quicksand, bro. You get to a point where you just can't get out. And you had to accept your fate. How the dude that literally shot him out of the rocket is how the parent is knees deep in the sand or beach too. I do not know. This man said, "Let me. Hey, we're gonna go
face
together."
down in the sand, struggling to get out. What if they didn't? And this is what Patchy is hallucinating as he dies. During
Bro,
this
this man is
hallucination, he begins singing
obsessive,
the show's
bro.
theme song with Spongebob to wrap up the episode.
Who's having a birthday under the sea?
Bro, ain't this man?
As they're singing,
SpongeBob
we
like
briefly
50?
cut to this horrifying shot of Patchy's body with Potty's head
He
lying
dead.
on the island, violently convulsing
He's
in
dead.
pain.
And this is a
so
kid's
quick that I didn't
show.
even process it the first time. But goddamn, that is some terrifying imagery for a kid's show.
For
Why
real.
the fuck did they show this? Is this some kind of PG symbolic way to show
Yes.
Patchy and Potty suffocating to death
Yes.
in the sand? Holy shit.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
He's
this
dead.
is definitely the darkest thing I've ever found in SpongeBob. Please enjoy this compilation of people's reactions to it.
What
Did they
the
show
f
this? Is this
is
symbolic way to show Patchy and Potty suffocating to death in the
Never
sand?
saw this,
Holy
but
shit.
my God, that's
Yeah, for the Big
terrifying.
Brother blowout, I don't even think I watched that episode. Like by that point in time, I'm pretty sure stop watching SpongeBob, bro. It's like SpongeBob is like a phase. If you was born in the 2000s, which I am, 2005, you watch TV. That's when like I'm not on all the good shows was popping. Cartoon Network, all time high, Nickelodeon, Disney Plus. I'm talking about Disney Plus. Disney XD. I ain't really like Disney at all, to be honest with you. At all, bro. At all. I did not watch nothing. My sisters will be watching That's All Raven, Wizards of Waverly. Like, nah. I mean, Zack and Cody is cool. I mean, that's like really the only thing I watch.
What? What is this episode? What?
But that is weird to put in the kids' TV show. I mean, not even weird for SpongeBob. You're seeing what they're doing now, right? They're embracing their inner Meat Canyon now, so it's not weird for SpongeBob. For the new creators.
Okay, so
not weird
let's say
for the new
Patchy and
creators.
Potty, the hosts of the SpongeBob SquarePants television show, are dead. What happens now? Well, the show must go on. The SpongeBob SquarePants
tough.
television show has to continue without him, but they need a new host to replace Patchy. Except, are they really gonna tell their young audience that their beloved Patchy the Pirate and Potty the Parrot are dead? No, they're gonna replace them with animated actors.
And they're using actors.
Hey, that's showbiz for you.
they're
Okay, so
using
when I made this claim
actors.
that Patchy was replaced by a fake animated actor,
He
I
is.
was convinced that it was going to get disproved like a week after I posted this theory, and live-action Patchy would return and completely
That's what I'm
disprove
saying, bro.
the idea that he died.
I don't think
But
he
not
ever showed
only
up.
Has live-action Patchy never returned in the 5 years since the creepy
Damn.
suffocation scene, but the creepy
I'm over here
fake
thinking
animated
9.
Patchy has returned
But, bro,
once again.
But like, bro, is the actor good though? Is the actor okay? If the character is he actually good though? Just like the actors in SpongeBob, like is the dude that voiced Squidward good? Like is the actors good, bro? I gotta do my
Again
research.
for a 2023 Christmas special where he watches old SpongeBob Christmas episodes on a live stream.
5 viewers? Sweet Neptune, I'm going viral as scurvy at sea.
Potty calls him an imposter.
What the? Back off, you flying
Bro.
freak.
I mean, he's referencing when
I don't mean to pause, but like, bro, that's cool. That is cool. I'm not lying. Even though the new SpongeBob is garbage, garbo, they have their moments. They have their moments. This is good, bro. I actually like, even though I never seen this before, that is a funny moment to capture the new generation's humor. Oh yeah, I got 5-6 views. I'm going viral. That is funny. That's a little funny scene that people that would resonate with people. I'm not lying,
when he pretended to be Santa, but still. But what happened to the real Patchy after he died? Well, he became a ghost and could finally meet his idol SpongeBob, except when he goes to Bikini Bottom, what would he see? SpongeBob and all of his friends partying without him. Patchy dedicated his entire life to SpongeBob. He even died for him, and SpongeBob never even knew Patchy existed. And that resentment that's been building up inside of Patchy for all of these years finally explodes. And this is how Patchy the Pirate becomes the Flying Dutchman.
Okay.
Patchy is done pretending to be a pirate and dressing up in his fake costumes. He gets a new look, a new identity, and now he can finally live out the fantasy of being a...
What? Bro, this is going to be the last time I pause in this theory, but that sounds oddly familiar to something. So he gets a new look, starts over. Is that a... That's a Five Nights at Freddy reference. So, yeah, he gets a new look, and now he's... Something like that, bro. I heard that somewhere, where someone bad... They have to start over and
remember
get
that board game that they said was based on a real map from the Flying Dutchman?
Based on a real treasure map.
We never really did see the map that it was based on, or did we? Remember when Patchy was looking for the Lost SpongeBob episode? He used this map to find it.
Okay, let's analyze what is on this map that's on the other maps. X marks the spot, okay. A tree. What is this? Shop. Bro, I really can't see that. Skull. Compass. This is a church. A monkey. Okay.
Now, at first I thought the...
Let's analyze. Let's analyze. X marks the spot. Tree. So the map is like... Damn, I can't really... Okay, you gotta do it like that. Okay, compass. Compass. I mean, I guess you can say this is this. I mean, it got the same little... Okay. That's really all I can point out. I'm not gonna lie.
These two maps didn't look all that similar, but the more I looked at it, the more my mind was blown. Same red X in the middle, you got the compass, the palm trees, a turtle, a fish, but most importantly, they both have the forked tree.
Oh, no, come on, I'm right.
The forked tree. Look for the deacon's goose through the fork in the old tree.
That is a very specific detail. You would not just see that on any random map. The Flying Dutchman based his map off of the one from his past. So, he's become the Flying Dutchman now, and his main target for haunting is, of course, the one who ignored him his entire life, SpongeBob SquarePants. But how did Patchy become such a powerful ghost who can even manipulate time itself? Well, there's actually an episode...
I mean... My guy, I mean... do you see what SpongeBob can do? I'm pretty sure SpongeBob has become a god... bro, SpongeBob has become all type of stuff, bro. It's not like, SpongeBob, like, SpongeBob has become a god, bro. Like, literally, a god. And I'm not just meaning, the one time Poseidon gave him that god powers. I'm talking about that too, but, bro, SpongeBob literally put the thread out of his whole reality, and literally, that's one of the newer episodes, so I'm not really, but, yeah. Like you said, the imagination theory makes characters very strong. I'm not lying. Then you got him as a ghost.
Plankton that gives us a pretty clear understanding of how ghost powers work.
Now is Plankton a ghost for some reason?
Powers. Patchy's already given
So
SpongeBob
Plankton is
20
dead.
years of dedication.
Now, for
Might as
some
well
reason.
go a little further with it as the Dutchman. Okay, let's quickly wrap up some loose ends people have commented about.
Alright, come on.
Why would Patchy be called the Flying Dutchman if he isn't even Dutch?
That does not
well,
have nothing
maybe there
to do
already
with a
was
name.
a real legendary Flying Dutchman pirate
like
out
what?
there, and Patchy just took his name. Because that's kind of what Patchy does. He's a fanboy who likes to pretend. Okay, how did Patchy get his ghost ship? And what about the Dutchman's crew that was mentioned in that one episode?
It be me old first mate who stole me gold and me crew.
I mean, you gotta realize, he just said he's been down there for 1,000 years. it only takes it took him 1,000 years for only his beard to grow back. So we don't know how long, bro. We don't know how old is the Flying Dutchman. The people down there, the thing is, it doesn't make sense though, because the people down there know him as like a folktale, like a legend, like Mr. Krabs. Like, oh, it's the Flying Dutchman. Like, yeah, like that. Like a ghost that takes bad souls to the Davy Jones locker. That type of ghost. So he's been there for quite a while, which I don't really get, because SpongeBob and Patchy was alive at the same time before he died. So I don't know. Alex, you got to piece it up, man. Come on.
We just went out to get pizza.
I don't know. It's implied Patchy's been...
Stole your gold. We just went out to get pizza.
I don't know. It's implied Patchy's been the Dutchman for thousands of years and has the ability to travel to any point in time. That's plenty of time for him to find a ship and a crew and live out the pirate fantasy. You know, just because it's a ghost ship doesn't necessarily mean the Dutchman died with it. I mean, he has a ghost phone too. How come we see the Dutchman always stealing souls and taking them to Davy Jones?
Next up, Davy Jones' locker.
Doesn't that kind of imply he's more of a Grim Reaper
like
type
I'm
figure?
saying,
Well,
like
we've
a
actually
folktale,
seen
a
lots of
legend.
ghosts try to steal souls in this show. In Money Talks, Mr. Krabs reveals he sold
Bro.
his soul to a whole...
First of all, let's analyze these people Mr. Krabs is selling. First of all, Mr. Krabs, bro, he deserves everything that's going to come to him very soon. Trust me.
souls in this
But,
show.
bro.
In Money Talks, Mr. Krabs reveals he sold his soul...
Look at these demons he is selling, bro. They're really holding up the paper like, yeah, I'm next. Bro. His soul is that valuable, bro. Like I said, he will sell someone for a penny, bro. Yes. You watching, he will sell you for a penny. He will sell you. He will sell you. I'm not lying.
Sold to a whole long
like,
line
look at
full of
this
different
demons.
ghosts.
Well, I sort of...
Why is SpongeBob?
Get to the back of the line.
One more pause about it. Why is SpongeBob there like, oh yeah, you owe me too? I'm not lying. He sold SpongeBob soul. But I'm pretty sure he just took him back because SpongeBob was annoying or something like that. So SpongeBob, bro, I fuck with SpongeBob. He getting his get back. Oh, man, he getting his
This
get
is just
back.
speculation, but maybe stealing souls and giving them to Davy Jones is a way to make you a stronger ghost. It would explain why the Dutchman is such a powerful ghost who can even time travel. That should about cover everything. Back to the theory.
really,
Patchy travels
not
back
really,
in time to
Alex,
visit
but
all of his
hey,
favorite,
come on.
most cherished SpongeBob episodes, including his favorite episode, Shanghai.
We're gonna see me favorite show, Shanghai.
Except now, he's not just watching the episode. He's the one in control, and he's gonna make SpongeBob pay for everything he's done. And he's gonna make him pay over and over and over again. But then, we get to the episode Ghost Host. Patchy initially moves in with SpongeBob to torture him, but as much as he tries to deny it, deep down, he's still that devoted fanboy who just wants SpongeBob to be his friend.
It wasn't that, and like I said, this is gonna be my last time pausing because I'm not lying. Come on. It was not that. It's not that. SpongeBob was really just getting annoyed. I'm not lying. Like, he was just doing stuff at this point. He was making baby, like, caterpillar. Like, bro, SpongeBob was like, bro, what is you doing? Like, get out of my house, bro. Like, bro, this man was... It went from him trying to scare SpongeBob to him freeloading off of SpongeBob. Like, what type of... Bro, it got even... Bro, it was worse than when Squidward was freeloading off of SpongeBob. Squidward turned this man SpongeBob into a maid in his own house. Let that resonate with you. I imagine your friend has nowhere to go. And you said, you know what? I got an extra room. Come on. And within like a month, you're playing maid for him. Go give me some water. Go give me some cookies. Go give me some food. Bring me a TV. Sleeping in your bed. It went from him being in the spare room to now he has the master room. So, hey, come on.
As much as he wants to pretend to be the Dutchman, deep down, Patchy is still here. And that is why, if you go to the Krusty Krab after closing, and you go out the back to the dumpster, you can still read the words, Patchy was here. Yes, he certainly was. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the time-traveling ghost pirate theory.
But hey, it's just a theory. A game. I'm not gonna lie, that is funny, bro. I love Matt Pat, bro. It's crazy too. Right when I started watching Matt Pat is when he decided to quit YouTube. Like literally, I literally started binge watching all his videos. Then like 3 weeks later, oh yeah, I'm quitting YouTube. I'm like, bro. I'm like, wow.
Thank you very much. Oh shit, what about Potty? He died with Patchy too, right? What the hell happened to him? I can figure this out. Just give me a second. We rewatch every single episode of SpongeBob.
Wow, let me quickly watch every episode of SpongeBob.
The motherfucker ate him!
I wonder what parrot tastes like.
That is the time-traveling ghost pirate.
Alex
theory,
is
baby.
wild,
I am
bro.
done. Woo!
Alex
See ya.
is wild. Alex is
What parrot tastes like.
That is the time-traveling ghost pirate theory, baby.
Literally,
I am
bro.
done. Woo! See ya.
Like literally, wow.
Alex Bale's videos are the only ones that can make my eyes water through sheer
Alex
excitement.
Bale is one of the guys that literally, like, bro, you literally shut up and watch it because it makes so much sense, bro. His theories make so much sense. Like, bro, did you see his Pixar theory? Did you actually watch his Pixar theory? That is something I actually want to react to, but why didn't I react to that? I don't know, man, but that was a good theory, bro.
You guys are the best.
I love that
watching
theory,
all the
bro.
reaction videos.
You are so
I hope he
lucky
react.
to be seen.
I hope he react to this,
Star
man.
Rail is giving away
Bro, we
every
not,
prize when you tap on
bro.
the
No
phone.
one is playing your game or a game. This game, no one's playing
Okay,
it. My
the
God.
time-traveling ghost pirate theory. I love this theory.
At 3,
I
though?
put it third in terms of
3?
believability, but in terms of just
See, popularity. Yes, this made you this got you the most views. Popularity, this got you the most views, most definitely, hands down. But like, bro, 3, bro, this got you the most view, but this is what captured people the most because it was 3 and 1. This was the most convincing because, bro, like I would literally read, bro. The television theory, it was your first theory, so yeah, it goes first. Actually, nah, I think this was his first theory, but it was bad. But yeah, the television theory, yeah, it gotta go first. That was that ties everything together. Not everything
being
together,
like
but
a really
I'm not
fun and compelling narrative. I'd say it's my favorite. It just adds so much depth and sympathy to both of these iconic,
one did
but
I
maybe
don't-
a
which one
little
don't I
one-dimensional
like?
characters. And yeah, maybe
I
some
just don't
parts
like
of this
how the
theory could be
False King one
stronger,
is
but you
long.
gotta
That
admit,
is
it's
long.
crazy how much of it lines up perfectly.
But every
I
single
know
one
they're
of them,
working on
they're
a new
good.
SpongeBob movie
But the
with
Alien
the
Death
Flying
Code, they have
Dutchman
this
as
moments,
like the
I'm not
main
gonna lie.
villain. So, you know, there's
Huh?
a good SpongeBob.
What he just
Crazy
said?
how much of it lines
I
up.
know he didn't just say what I
know
think
they're
he
working
just
on a
said.
new SpongeBob movie with the Flying Dutchman as like the main villain. So, you know, there's a good chance it'll just complete.
Why is they ruining, bro? They are ruining this man's creation. That's not even funny, bro. Like, bro, they're really trying to milk this man's creation to the last drop, bro. It's gonna get to the point that people are not even gonna like SpongeBob anymore. That they just gonna have to end it abruptly, like, bro, like, just, bro, it's like, it's not funny at this point. You're just milking this man's, bro. This man wanted to end he wanted to end his series after the second movie. Pretty sure after the second movie. Y'all are milking this man's creation, bro.
Completely debunk my theory,
Like,
but
bro,
at
that
the
is-
same time, the Sandy movie confirmed my television theory, so I don't know.
This
I'm
pisses
gonna
me
hold out
off,
hope.
bro.
So yeah, we
A
confirmed my
Sandy Cheeks movie, bro. No one is watching this, bro. It's on Netflix too, bro. This Netflix original, bro. No one cares about this, bro. Stop making SpongeBob, bro. At this point, bro, y'all really just trying to milk the hell out of SpongeBob. And I know y'all want the new generation to experience SpongeBob too. But it's like, bro, no,
television
bro.
theory, so I don't know.
It's not the
I'm gonna
SpongeBob
hold
we
out
grew
hope.
up loving,
So
man.
yeah, those were my 8 SpongeBob theories. It was really fun revisiting them and seeing how they all held up.
I'm not
glad
lying.
we were able to
Great
end on a high note
masterpiece,
with this
bro.
last one. So, we have reached my final SpongeBob mini theory, and probably the final SpongeBob theory I will ever make. And it's fittingly the theory that I teased in the final episode of Don't Feed the Muse. I'm going to be proving that Larry the Lobster is secretly a drug lord kingpin that goes by the name Pinhead Larry. This is the Pinhead Larry the Lobster theory.
The Pinhead Larry the Lobster theory. Okay, let's think about everything we know about Larry. Pretty nice guy. I'm not lying. Larry is not even a pretty bro. He is a nice guy. He is someone the Bikini Bottom citizens, I can say, look up to. He is SpongeBob. He's a friend of SpongeBob, a friend of Patrick. So friends of the main characters. I don't know, bro. Like I never seen Larry as a bad, like, he's just a steroid ass person. I'm not lying. I've seen Larry more as a dope. Actually, you know what? He is very obsessed with the gym, though. Not lying, bro. Come on, man. Yo, last SpongeBob theory. Come on, let this be
till the
a
end,
hit. Come
not
on.
because it's the best or the most shocking theory I've ever made. It might not even be the best mini theory in this video, but I saved it because it's the most ridiculous sounding one. Larry the Lobster is a drug lord kingpin that goes by the name Pinhead Larry is one of the stupidest and funniest sentences I have ever come up with in one of these SpongeBob
Pinhead Larry. Pinhead Larry. Why do that sound? Pinhead Larry. Pinhead. Where did I hear that name before? I heard that before. Pinhead Larry.
Conspiracies. And I think that's the thing that I love the most about making these videos. It's that you can come up with the most ridiculous, stupid ideas about the most mundane and unsuspecting topics, like a random side character in a kid's show, and then if you can still actually somehow make a pretty good case for it, it's just the most unexpected and magical feeling in the world. And it's why I have loved making a theory about a time-traveling ghost pirate or a goofy goober.
Would y'all guys want a Breaking Bad theory? Crazy thing is, I know what Breaking Bad is. I've seen many clips. Never watched a single episode. Can't say that I have watched a single episode of Breaking Bad. I know what it's about. I know who Walter White is. I know who his son is. I know who, what's his name? The Mexican dude. He cool though. The Mexican dude cool. I think it's P. His name starts with the P. Something like that.
For alien death cult. It's why I have loved making each one of these theories, and why I continue to make theories about other stupid, unsuspecting, mundane topics after this. It's been a wild.
Bro, y'all check this out. Y'all check this out. After y'all done watching this video, y'all go check out the Pixar theory. I'm telling y'all, y'all are gonna be I'm telling y'all. Y'all are going to be interested in watching that whole video. Once you start watching and once he start talking, bro, you're going to be, bro, I'm telling you, you're going to watch it from start to end. It's a long video, yes, but you're going to watch it like it's a whole movie. Alex be making these like it's a movie. Like, you literally shut up and watch him break it down piece by piece. And you like, damn. And you get surprised, too, like, cuz, like, bro.
Mundane topics after
Good
this.
theory, man.
It's been a wild ride. Let's begin our final SpongeBob.
Come on, Alex. Come on. The last SpongeBob theory. Damn. There's still so much things to break down in SpongeBob, though, man. We still got other people, but they're not gonna be like Alex, though.
In the Season 2 episode, Survival of the Fittest, Sandy Sleep talks about fighting two infamous
I knew this name. What's the other one? It was Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan and Pinhead. That is crazy. So you're saying, bro? So you're saying these two characters that only showed up in this one episode? I'm pretty sure they made them up. I'm pretty sure. Why is they in her dome while she hibernating? Why is it snowing? There's a lot of answers we need answered. Alex, come on.
Named Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry.
Let's go.
Enough for your dastardly deeds, Dirty Dan. I'm gonna get you and your partner, Pinhead Larry.
She later mistakes SpongeBob and Patrick
Oh,
for the
no,
criminal
she was
duo
insane.
and
She was
attacks
ripping off
and
heads.
even buries them alive
Why
with her
is
own
she?
gravestones.
Why is she the Hulk all of a sudden? She really
It's
buried these guys
obviously an
alive.
iconic episode, but I've always wondered who
Ew.
exactly were Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry.
All right, Pinhead, your time is up.
Who you calling Pinhead?
Were they real people, or were they just someone Sandy made up? Are they legendary outlaws she heard about, or someone she actually fought from her past? It's a hard question to answer because they're really only mentioned in this one episode. The best we get later on is the words "Dirty Dan was here" written in graffiti on the back of a gym. Or
That's crazy.
that's at least what I thought.
That proves the theory that they're real. I mean, this makes you think the show do want you to break it down. That they do put Easter eggs in here to be like, oh yeah, figure it out. There's no way they're gonna just put in a small clip scene that's only like a second or 2 seconds. Oh yeah, Dirty Dan was here. They want you, or like the other one, like, oh yeah, Patchy was here. Like, bro, they are wanting you to dive deeper in it. Come on.
Until I saw the season 11 episode, Shopping List, where SpongeBob and Sandy travel to a snowy mountain and we briefly see them pass by 2 graves labeled
That
Dirty Dan
is
and Pinhead
crazy.
Larry. So we know they were definitely real people. Now, in the episode, Sandy seems kind
So
of
they're just
familiar with this
tying up
area,
loose
and these are the
ends.
exact same graves she recreated for SpongeBob and Patrick. So this seems to be implying that her dream was actually based off of a real memory of her fighting and killing Dirty Dan and Pinhead
And she
Larry
probably
here.
seen it.
Except there's one problem with that. How did Dirty Dan...
I don't think, bro, because you got to realize, she's not down here to fight criminals. She's down here to spy on the main cast. She's not down there to fight criminals. She's down there to She's down there to watch the main cast. Not, I don't know if this, bro, because if her job was to just go around fighting notorious criminals, outlaws, then she would have been took out Man Ray and the Dirty Bubble and people like that. If that was her job, she would have actually. Knowing SpongeBob and knowing that thing, she can't even kill the Dirty Bubble. Like, literally, they just popped this man. Like, there's already superheroes down there. That's the thing. So it's not her job to fight outlaws. You got Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy that's down there. I mean, I know they retired and...
Write this graffiti.
How are they old,
if
but
he's
their villains
supposed to
not
be
old?
dead.
That don't make no sense.
I mean, I know it's not like we see when this graffiti was written, but it wasn't left on just any old random gym. It
What
was
was
written
this?
on the back of
That is
Larry the Lobster's
crazy.
gym. A gym that we saw Larry open in season 9.
What you see before you is the culmination of my lifelong dream, Larry's Gym.
Yeah, I would never get this far.
Meaning this graffiti must have been written long after Sandy would have fought and killed Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry. So, how is this possible? How could Dirty Dan write this on Larry's gym if he's supposed to be dead? I think this means that the real Dirty Dan and probably also Pinhead Larry are not actually dead. They probably faked their deaths and are alive somewhere in Bikini Bottom. But where, and more importantly, who are they? Wait a second. Why would Dirty Dan write that he was here at this specific gym? Larry's gym. You don't think Larry the Lobster could be Pinhead Larry? That sounds stupid.
I mean, Pinhead Larry, Dirty Dan. I mean, hey, and this is an ugly shot. Ew.
Or does it? I mean, it would explain why Dirty Dan would risk exposing that he's still alive at a place Sandy probably frequents. Maybe
Yeah, she
he's
is still
leaving a
right there,
message
too.
for his former criminal partner. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So, they're both named Larry, and you definitely could say he has a pin-shaped head. But Larry is friends with Sandy, and he
That's what I'm
definitely
saying.
isn't a criminal, right? Maybe we need to take a closer look at our lobster friend. So, I rewatched every single appearance of Larry the Lobster in all 14 seasons of SpongeBob, and
That's what I'm
here's
saying.
what I
He
learned.
seemed like a
Larry cares a
genuine dude.
lot about staying in
Yeah.
shape and working out.
steroid
to an
head.
obsessive degree.
My latissimus dorsi has gone flabby. I've got to get to a rowing machine.
He also hates when anyone else is out of shape and will do anything in his power to help them get fit.
Those poor people. Someone needs to whip them into shape. Looking out at this sea
I mean,
of flaccid
is
muscles
that- is
and
that
sagging
bad? Is
flesh,
that a bad
frankly,
thing?
I'm disgusted. Push it! Push it!
Apparently, he was also raised by these two old fish.
But you guys are way too old and unsightly for my beach.
So polite.
Just like we raised him.
And to further confirm this, the same old lady fish later says this during the Alaskan bullworm incident.
We should call my nephew.
Sounds like she could definitely be referring to Larry here, so I do think they're supposed to be his aunt and uncle.
I mean, Larry and Sandy is like right here. Like literally, like right here. They both lift the same, damn near the same weight. Like you seen what they was doing on that little throwing the anchor challenge. Like they're like right here, like literally.
Also know he loves protein shakes.
Protein shakes saved my life, bro.
He used to be a lifeguard, but recently fulfilled his lifelong dream of opening
Protein
up a
shakes
massive
saved your
gym.
life.
The culmination of my lifelong dream. A place of my
That's something an addict will say. Protein shakes saved my life. I mean, I guess it makes you fit. I guess not makes you fit, but makes you want to get fit. So, I don't know.
I work out every day, anytime I want.
He's not the most complex character, and
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
definitely
damn
nothing
near
here
a
to
nice
indicate
guy.
that he's the former infamous outlaw Pinhead Larry. Except for one teeny tiny detail in the season 12 episode, The Nitwitting. In this
Season
episode,
12.
we very briefly see Larry working out at his gym,
What
but in
is
this
that,
episode,
bro?
we very briefly see
Bro, that's not a. Oh, is that a blob fit, bro? There's no, bro. They're running out of. They're just making any type of things now. Like season 12, they're stretching there, and they're still stretching SpongeBob. If you know. Crazy thing is, bro, they're making a remake of what's her name, Dora. Another remake of Dora, bro.
Larry working out at his gym, but we can clearly see that he's drinking a kelp shake. And that
You said season 12. I'm not mistaken. I remember that kelp shake episode. That was not season 12. That kelp shake episode was not season 12 because I remember watching it too. It was on our TV. I remember watching that episode. I'm pretty sure in that episode it got banned. Bro, we piecing it together. I'm not lying. I'm not.
Wouldn't mean anything to you unless you remembered the season 4 episode.
See, like I said, season
Frenemies.
4.
In this episode, a new restaurant opens up selling something called a kelp shake.
A new store on my block.
Everyone's enjoying a delicious kelp shake.
A new store on my...
Bro, they're so capped. Like, bro. They just be taking the chum bucket out, sometimes putting it in, moving it places. Like, bro, there's no way that, bro, right here is supposed to be the chum bucket. The chum bucket is literally right across from the Krusty Krab. So, like I said, they just be doing stuff.
Everyone's enjoying a delicious kelp shake.
They pop up out of nowhere, and we never find out who
That was
doing
multiplying.
them. The kelp
That's the
shakes
thing,
have
the
an
buildings
initial
was
bad
multiplying.
taste, but they are extremely addictive.
This tastes like a wet gym sock. Hey, this ain't half bad.
It tastes like a wet gym sock. Do we need any more proof? I'm gonna say it now. I think Larry is. I mean, of course, the theory is about how him is being it, but I feel like Alex is in the right direction. I'm not lying. I feel like Alex is going in the right direction.
Like to the point where people basically get hooked on it like a drug.
Crabs, we're all out of juice. Well, we gotta get more.
The Kelp Shake restaurant is later shut down, and the shakes are banned because apparently they have some kind of radioactive material in them.
It'll take decades to clean this hazardous material up. I sure feel sorry for whoever drank this.
But then why does Larry have the same banned kelp shake 8 seasons later? Maybe this is just a random throwaway Easter egg? I mean, we never see him with a kelp shake again, just the generic protein shakes. Except, let's take a closer look at those protein shakes. In the season 11 episode, Larry the Floor Manager, Larry briefly takes over as manager of the Krusty Krab and turns it into a gym.
Now we only serve salad and protein power shakes.
He forces SpongeBob to sell protein shakes,
weird.
and even though the cups look different, the color of the liquid is the exact same as the. And
I mean,
even though
it
the
is
cups
season
look
12.
different, the color
It's
of
green.
the liquid
It's
is
green.
the exact
It's
same
green.
as the kelp shake. They even seem to have the same initial bad taste.
You like?
No, Larry. No.
I think every time Larry
No,
drinks
I
or
don't like
sells a kelp shake, he is actually
protein
selling
shake.
the illegal, addictive kelp shakes from Best Frenemies. Now, we never see anyone grow any green hair, but knowing what we know about Larry, there's no way he would be drinking it himself if it had the same side effects. I think Larry was the one behind the original kelp shake restaurants. But after they were banned, he tweaked the recipe and started secretly reselling them as rebranded protein
So yeah,
shakes.
so you really think this man is really Walter Whiting down there making these drugs? I mean,
Else
come
do
on,
you even
come on, give us the
Larry
proof,
having
Alex.
the same kelp shake here 8 seasons after they were banned, unless he's the one making them. In Squid Plus One, he even admits that he's the one who makes his protein shakes.
I just need to stop by the apartment and make myself a protein shake.
This explains how a lifeguard could suddenly afford to open a massive gym. He's secretly a kelp shake drug lord kingpin. And if you still don't believe me, we see Larry standing next to a protein shake store called Protein Fiend that has a green kelp logo and the word kelp shake on the sign, clearly referencing the kelp shakes. And this is also the episode with the Mrs. Puff newspaper, so you know the creators were like in a hiding lore.
That's what I'm saying. They just
There
said,
are too many
let's just throw
connections
everything
here for
together
this to be
here.
a coincidence. Larry
Let's
the
just throw everything
Lobster is
together
the
here.
criminal mastermind behind the
I'm
kelp
not
shakes.
lying, it's very
But
believable, Alex.
does this also mean that he was the former infamous criminal, Pinhead Larry,
Who was Dirty
faked
Dan
his
then?
death? Well, believe it or not, Larry the Lobster has also had a near-death experience in his past. In Squid Plus One, Larry mentions that the protein shakes saved his life.
You don't
I am on it today, bro. Hold on. But I am on it today. I'm not lying. I'm on a roll. Can't even get. I am on a roll. I'm not even lying. A roll. Come on.
I wouldn't call it glop. Protein shakes saved my life, bro.
Like, what does that even mean? Okay, hear me out.
That's
hear
what I'm
me
saying.
out.
What do that
What
mean?
if this is how he survived his death? Sandy killed him and his partner, but the radioactive properties
Bro,
of
Sandy
the kelp
looked
shakes brought
absolutely
him back to life.
insane.
Protein shakes saved my life, bro.
So, of course, Larry would continue to drink and sell these kelp shakes. They literally saved his life. Even if they're radioactive and illegal, to him, this is a
That's
way
what I'm
to
saying.
help
Where Dirty
himself
Dan
and
at?
everyone around him become stronger. The thing we know he wants most of all. It explains why he gets so defensive when Squidward insults his
Damn.
protein shakes.
I love protein shakes.
Oh no. Larry
Okay,
too big to be just towering over motherfuckers, bro. Larry is too big and too steroided up. He is too roided up to just be standing over you like that. I'm not lying.
There's still an obvious issue here. If Sandy killed Pinhead Larry, why doesn't she recognize him now? Well, I think we get a possible explanation to this in the Camp Coral spin-off episode, Game Night, where the camp counselors play a board game called Lobster Trap. If you take away the
thing
beard
is-
and the eye patch, the lobster on the box looks exactly like Larry, a direct clue about Larry the Lobster being a criminal. Just like that Flying Dutchman game, I think this game is based on the real legendary criminal.
I mean, you gotta realize the Krusty Krab is a lobster trap. My eye. The Krusty Krab is a lobster trap. I don't know where this ties into any of this or whatever he just said. That's what I'm saying, roid rage. Dude just had a roid rage. I'm not even lying, bro.
Pinhead Larry. This explains why Sandy wouldn't recognize Larry the Lobster. Either this is a criminal disguise he wore, or, and I'm just speculating here, it's actually what he used to look like, and the healing properties of the kelp shake fixed his eye.
You know what?
And if you're still not convinced about Larry's criminal connections, I've saved my best evidence for last. Remember that old lady that raised Larry?
So polite. We should call my nephew.
She's just a sweet old lady. There's no way she would have raised
That gotta
a
be a
criminal
disguise.
mastermind,
That gotta
right?
be a disguise.
Well, in the season 9 episode, Patrick Man,
That gotta be
she
a
is
disguise.
revealed to be none other than the Dirty Bubble.
So yeah, Larry's the drug lord. That literally ties, bro. Damn, damn. Wow. And I don't even be making reactions, bro. I do not even be this shocked at things like, bro. Wow.
Oh, dear.
I totally forgot about this episode.
The dirty
Wait.
bubble.
Revealed to be
He said
none
what?
other- Well, in the season 9 episode,
never mind.
Patrick Man, she is
Never
revealed
mind,
to
I
be
did not watch
none
this
other
episode.
than the Dirty Bubble.
Oh, dear.
I ain't get up to season 9 now.
The dirty bubble.
This random old lady was actually one of the most notorious criminals in Bikini Bottom all
That is
along.
crazy.
Man Ray's partner in crime, the Dirty Bubble.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's arch nemesis, the dirty bubble.
And I know what you're thinking. Maybe this is just a disguise he wore in this one episode. It doesn't necessarily mean this old lady has always been the Dirty Bubble, but I checked everywhere, and I can confidently say that we have never seen the Dirty Bubble and this lady in the same scene.
Hey. What was it about that?
And she's a pretty common background character.
Do we see her
Also,
again?
She lives in the same retirement home as the Dirty Bubble's nemesis, and we see her constantly in the background watching them. She is literally the perfect cover for the Dirty Bubble to spy on them.
Not to mention the Dirty Bubble was able to do her voice her same usual old lady voice perfectly. Do we see her after this moment? You gotta think about that. Do we see her after this moment? After she got revealed as the Dirty Bubble, does her character comes back? Because it would not make sense for the Dirty Bubble to get revealed then use the same disguise. It would not make sense.
But most damning of all, this old lady
Dirty
was friends
Dan.
with and even went
Dirty
to high school
Bubble.
with Man Ray.
Why, hello, Ray.
What's up, Ray?
Mabel, I haven't seen you since high school.
Larry the Lobster was raised by the Dirty Bubble, explaining how he became.
what?
Larry the Lobster was raised.
There's no evidence, but it could be another guy have been Man Ray in disguise. Oh, this guy? He could be Man Ray?
By the Dirty Bubble, explaining how he became the infamous criminal
Nah,
known
Man
as
Ray way
Pinhead
is too.
Larry.
Bro,
And
you see how
wait a
big
second.
Man Ray is?
Pinhead Larry was raised by the Dirty Bubble, the only criminal we know in the show whose entire gimmick is being dirty. Holy shit!
Dirty
The Dirty
Dan.
Bubble is Dirty
Wow.
Dan.
I'm
It
not
fits
lying.
too
That's
perfectly.
crazy.
This would also explain how Dirty Dan faked his death. The Dirty Bubble is
Like I said, this
constantly
man
being
beat
killed
Doc Brown.
and later brought back to
Literally.
life with a bubble blower.
Whoa.
Brought back to life
That was
with
a
a
lot of
bubble blower.
information. This is last theory, so I gotta read it. Not last theory, but the official Spongebob YouTube channel called Bikini Bottom Mysteries. Okay. So, but they do highly recommend watching about MM and BB. Oh, remember that? And secretly controlling the villains and making themselves look like heroes? I mean, it would not make sense for them to have literally something that literally spawns in a villain just to kill them and then, oh yeah, back on the shelf. Like, But then would this disprove your other theory that they came down here to be heroes? Who actually ever, you know what?
The Dirty Bubble and Larry the Lobster were the infamous criminal duo Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry. After nearly being killed by Sandy, they changed their identities and split up. The Dirty Bubble continuing his criminal pursuits with his new partner Man Ray, and Larry the Lobster choosing a more subtle approach by secretly selling illegal kelp shakes. And even though they've been apart for years now, the Dirty Bubble still left a little reminder to his old partner. Dirty Dan was here. Yes, he certainly was. And that is the Pinhead Larry the Lobster theory, and that is the end of Alex Bale's SpongeBob Conspiracies. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex. Literally, bro. All these theories, bro. You made SpongeBob
Cookie
fun,
Run
bro.
Tower of Adventures is officially available on both mobile and PC with Google Play Games.
Like I was saying, bro, Alex made SpongeBob enjoyable again, bro. Thank you. I'm not one. Thank you, Alex, for making a show that we all loved as kids good, man. Good again, and let us revisit memory lane. Thank you, Alex, from the bottom of my heart, bro. Thank you for doing this, man. You're not just the SpongeBob guy anymore, bro. Come on now. You made a whole Pixar. After that Pixar theory, you're
I'm
good,
done.
bro.
That
you're the
is
theory guy.
every possible SpongeBob theory I can think of. I got no more. I have fully emptied my brain of every stupid SpongeBob thought I have ever come up with. There is no more reason to ask me for more, okay? Remember when I said I wasn't going to complain in this video? Yeah, that was a lie. Listen, I'm sure they will make more SpongeBob episodes and spin-offs and movies that will be full of new...
It's your turn. He said it's your turn to make SpongeBob conspiracy theories now.
About, but I'll probably just let other theorists take it from here. I've got a lot of really cool ideas involving other non-SpongeBob related media. So
Hold up. This look like Blue's Clues. Not even look. This is Blue's Clues. This is Cars. I'm not even lying. The Cars. I'm pretty sure he did or I heard someone say the no human. Why is there no humans in the Cars? But they reference humans in this for some reason. And I do not know anything else. Like, come on.
hopefully you guys stick around for those. I promise they'll be just as believable and twisty and fun as all of these theories. If they weren't, I wouldn't bother making them. Thanks for almost 1 million subscribers, by the way.
You almost had 1 million.
You may be wondering, do I actually legitimately believe any of these?
Okay, let's go through the list. I could care less, to be honest with you, about this one. Very believable. Very believable. Has some issues. Very believable, but we barely see him, so it's really, Very believable. They literally made a whole movie on the Goofy Goober theory. Very believable, and to me, So, yeah,
Theories? Yes and no. Do I think they were all actually intended by the creators 100%? No, probably not.
Not at first. I don't think it was at first, but as time was going, they clearly started like dropping Easter eggs and hints in the episodes. So, I imagine no one actually wanted to decipher it. I imagine Steven Universe had so much like Easter eggs and all type of stuff, but no one actually wanted to decipher it. So it's like, yeah, I just did all that for no reason. tough.
I think there's a nugget of truth in each of these theories. Like, yes, they clearly intended to give the show a nature documentary framing device. And yes, Mrs. Puff is clearly supposed to have a shady criminal past. But I don't know if the creators ever actually thought about it much more than that. And most of the crazy lore connections I find can probably be explained away as just Easter eggs, coincidences, lazy writing, or just animation mistakes. I'm sorry if admitting that ruins the fun for anyone, but I don't think that means that these theories are just a bunch of bullshit or a waste of time. You know, I believe you can find meaning in art beyond just what the creators intend, even in a silly cartoon made for kids. And those interpretations are still just as valid and entertaining. To me, that's the whole appeal of fan theories. So when I get comments saying, it's just a kid's show, it's not that deep, you're overthinking it.
It's not a kid's show. Yeah, you know what they're doing right now?
That's the whole point. That's why it's so fun. You know, I love taking something like SpongeBob that very likely does not have any deep hidden lore inside of it, and yet still somehow making a massive, plausible conspiracy out of the little inconsistencies in the episode. To me, that is just so much fun. And that's all these videos are at the end of the day. They're just me having fun.
Like after your big 8 theories, you had even more theories. Like, so yeah, SpongeBob it's a
taking things way too seriously. So yeah, more theories on the way. I'll probably keep covering topics like SpongeBob that are nostalgic and unsuspecting. I guess I might as well announce some of the theories I'm working on. I'll be releasing a Blues Clues theory and a High School Musical theory.
And I would a High School Musical. I cannot say I have actually, bro. Stuff like this, like I said, Disney. I cannot say I have ever watched a musical movie full from beginning to end. I have never watched High School Musical. Yes, I know what's it about. I know what it's about, and I've seen clips from it. But to sit down and actually watch something like this, yeah.
There's just a lot to talk about with both of those. I'm really excited.
We're gonna see when the theory
I'm also
come out
working on a
and
bunch of other theories too. I just don't want to reveal them yet. So go ahead and subscribe
This
to
clearly
catch those.
Cars.
I don't know when or what order I'll be posting.
This looked like a black TV show, like Will Smith or something. This looked like a black TV show. I'm gonna say this is Simpsons just because of the yellow. It looked like a couch. I do not know what this is.
Those in. I might even post something else besides those two first. We'll see.
Club
also,
Penguin.
film stuff. Still working on a feature film. Won't be out for a long time. Blah blah blah.
Hey man, when it comes out, we're gonna react
every
to it,
video
man.
now. You know, I'm just trying to let the film fans on my channel know that even if you don't see any new filmy stuff on the channel for a while, it doesn't mean there's nothing cooking in the background. And this is the biggest project I've ever worked on, so I'm gonna take my time with it. Cool. I'll also be releasing a compilation of all of the episodes of Don't Feed the Muse into one long film. I'm really proud of that whole series. You know, I'll probably also just keep experimenting.
I can't even cap. I usually skip those. I can't even cap. I was really here for the SpongeBob theories and the Muse thing. Yes, it was interesting, but usually I would skip through it to get back to the theory. To be honest
with the type of content I post on YouTube. That's all I got for you. This was a really long video, biggest video I've ever made. Thank you for all the support on these SpongeBob videos. They really were a lot of fun to make, and they were just a really big part of my life for the past couple of years. And even though I've played this character that hates making SpongeBob theories, I've really appreciated all the love on those videos. You can check out my Patreon or merch if you want to support me. Patrons can get access to new videos early, sneak peeks behind the scenes, and their name at the end of the video. Thanks again. I will see you next time.
We will not have another.
Bye.
No more the SpongeBob guy, but R.I.P. the SpongeBob guy, bro. R.I.P. man. But hey, this I got stuff to get on my chest, bro. Y'all like and subscribe to the video, cause like I said, pretty sure at the beginning, bro. Come on, man. Come on. My birthday in a couple days, you know. I have some. I don't know. I really do got planned something. My birthday is in 2 days, bro. It's on the 9th. I'm trying to start my gaming channel. And I'm trying to have that as a gaming channel plus my main channel where I post vlogs and my everyday life. So yeah, man, y'all show some love, man. Y'all hit that bell, man. So y'all know when I post, cause I don't know when I'm gonna post, bro. Like, come on. This was a long video. This is probably over 2 hours. But that's all I have for y'all, man. Without further ado, peace. See y'all boys later, man.